Oh man, we're gonna have us some fun today. So there has been a lot of pushback on Sony from the state of play. A lot of pushback from the games that were announced. Specifically, the new God of War game. And I was gonna cover it yesterday, but unfortunately, there was no internet for the first hour of the stream. So now we get to really deep dive into it because not only are we going to watch the trailer for it, but content creators have already started making videos. And man, they're bad. Oh man, I cannot believe God of War is one of my favorite game franchises. Whenever I had power growing up, I was always playing God of War. I played that game. I played the first and the second one. I would have like save files. I would finish a game and start a new save file next to each other. I tried to go all the way down the line, all the way down the entire line in the PlayStation 2. That's what I would do. I am actually so good at it that I usually once per year, whenever I was playing games, I would beat the game in a little less than 5 hours on stream. I would practically speed run the entire first two games on stream. All right, let's get it, boys. We got a lot of games to go through, and then after that, we've got more riots and nonsense going on, and it's a big old debacle mess. You know what I'm saying? This is 5 minutes. I'm not watching this. That's 5 minutes long. The game looks like shit. I don't care. What else do we have? Let's move on. Garbage. Factorio 2 looks fun. Rainbow Six Siege. I don't care about that. That's free to play. Oh, did they announce more Fallout stuff? I'm not surprised. Why is it doing that? What the hell's going on here? Dude, what do they add? They add anything new? What is this? Oh, what the hell is this? Infestations? What is this? This is new. Deadly factions. Brutal bosses. Oh, so now like what? So like the different factions can infest other faction locations? That's kind of cool. I like the idea behind that. I've put a lot of hours into this game. What the hell? You could have a Deathclaw pet now. Holy God. Kind of small though, ain't it? Whoa, what is this? Oh, that's Call of Duty. I don't care. Yo, the Wolverine game looks awesome. We're gonna watch this. This looks phenomenal. I'm gonna play the crap out of this game. The new Wolverine game looks so good. It looks so good. I haven't seen any of the new trailers for it, so this is a first for me. Was that Doc Ock? That looks like Doc Ock's tent. What is that? How's it going, guys? How's it going? WX. I mean, sticks. W sticks. For the channel membership. W. Morning all.
Redhead. Might be our only lead.
Gene?
Looks like she took off into the industrial park.
All right, let's search the area.
How do you not see him standing there? This is this dude dressed in yellow. How do you not see that dude standing there? How blind are you?
All right, let's search the area.
Perimeter stable. Holding position.
Dude! Yeah. Holy crap! Just no fucks given. Absolutely no fucks given. Holy! Yo!
No answer. Stay sharp. I don't like this. Should do another sweep. It's too quiet.
Oh! What? That is... What? Bro. Bro, what?
Quiet. Shut it, freak! Ship's gassing off!
Not today, Bob.
Damn!
The hell? Skullbuster! Up there! We need backup! Now!
Yo! I was right, it's Gene. Dude, how am I so good at this?
Gene? Is that you? Don't worry. You're not going anywhere.
I didn't know her powers were purple. I thought they were red.
Everyone shoot! Son of a bitch!
Yo! I hope this doesn't have any parts in it where you play as a stupid-ass side character that has no powers. Bro, if I have to sit there and direct Wolverine as a useless character that has no abilities, I'm gonna throw my controller out the fucking window off the balcony. You understand me? I will fucking scream, bro. Ah. Oh!
Pay for that!
Oh! Oh, what? That was cool.
What the hell?
Jesus, man.
Yeah, let's go.
Shit. Yeah, that'll work.
You don't say.
Ah, shit!
this looks freaking awesome. I am blown away. Good W, Insomniac. Oh. What the hell is that thing? I didn't know Atom Smasher was in the Marvel franchise. See, that's gonna be me one day, guys. Y'all just don't know it yet. Oh, so that's what it looks like when he dies? Oh, so whenever you die, you can use a bar of health to restore. Or a bar of this, like, rage meter. Okay. Oh! Just no fucks given. Woo. Damn, bro! Bro, this is better than any Marvel movie I've seen in a while. This is good.
I was hoping for the redhead. Let's get you guys out of here.
Are you a superhero?
Look, kid. I'm Wolverine.
Damn.
Some folks can't wait to die.
Damn, get it. Oh, yo, that is absolutely amazing. I am gonna play the crap out of that game. Oh my god, dude, I'm so hyped for that game now. Yo, oh, they're making a new Tomb Raider? Hold on. Here you go, this is for all you old dogs out there. Here you go.
Been halfway across the continent looking for you. Hard woman to track down.
Well, you found me.
Ms. Croft, I hear when it comes to retrieval, you're the one to hire. This isn't about glory or money or making the world a better place. This is a puzzle, buried in centuries of silence.
This looks really good.
You don't strike me as someone who walks past a locked door without wondering what's behind it. There's a reason I can only trust you with this.
Damn, the state of play looked good, didn't it?
Gotta say, you captured your good side.
I'm shocked, dude.
You're assuming I've got a bad side.
$2027, bro. Oh man, come on. The Lost Wild? What is this? Oh, we got some new stuff about Phantom Blade Zero, too. Ooh. What is this?
Alisol.
How's it going, Infidel?
He's big and loud.
I think my favorite
Forklift is how you fight a T-Rex. Ooh, this is like a horror game. I feel like a dinosaur game would be a really, really, really good horror game. Like a horror survival style. Not like Resident Evil, like just straight up horror where you're running from it, right? You could probably make a really good horror game. Oh, oh.
I don't know if I can do this.
Oh.
You need to keep moving. You have no other choice.
That's actually what this looks like, too. This is like a good horror game. Mirror's Edge.
There's always a choice.
This actually looks pretty good, too. The Lost Wild. Why is everything coming out next year? Oh. Oh, no way. They're redoing Dynasty Warriors. Oh. So, this is a Souls-like, but the interesting part about this Souls-like is that it goes based on a time period. So, it gives you, like, for example, a year to complete the game. But every time you die, it takes a day away. So, I don't know how this game's gonna work, but I do know that that's a mechanic of the game. And then whenever you run out of time, it makes you restart. If you've ever seen, I love Jet Li. I've watched a lot of his older stuff. If you've ever seen Legend of the Red Dragon, there's a scene at the very beginning where he has his son and he's like fighting these guys, trying to protect them after his entire clan was killed. And this scene right here reminds me of that whenever he takes the baby and ties it to his back, because that's exactly what he does in the film as well. Like, Legend of the Red Dragon is an old school movie. We're talking like people were flying around on swords in that old movie. It's an old movie, damn near black and white. Damn. I know, you know what? I want to watch this first, because it's in the lineup. I want to watch this first. Ooh, I hope they remaster Extreme Legends. Oh, I hope they remaster Extreme Legends. They're doing Dynasty Warriors 3, so surely.
Long live the yellow dragon.
I love Dynasty Warriors.
To attack Cao Cao. 時代を駆け抜けた無双の武将たち。あまたの生き様がここに。Attack! 新たなアクションが追加され、加速する。
Look at those updated graphics. That's insane.
進化した 迫真のタクティカルアクション。
I think I have this game for
戦
PC.
場を席巻し、その名を刻め。
Let's go, Rachel.
三国志の世界がより深まる新シナリオを追加。武将一人一人の激動の物語を体感せよ。
Onward! We must press harder!
さらに多彩なゲームモードを搭載。好きな武将で自由に戦場を駆け巡るフリーモード、 VS モード、チャレンジモードもより綺麗に爽快感アップ。自分だけの最強武器を鍛える新
Oh, they have updated menus too. Look at that. See, this game is so old school that it was made for the PlayStation 2, and you couldn't use the thumbsticks. You had to use the D-pad in order to move. I don't think a lot of y'all understand how old this game is. This game is ancient.
VS モード、チャレンジモー
Like
ドもより綺麗に
practically PlayStation 1 era.
自分だけの最強武器を鍛える新要素、武器合成。画面分割による強力
Kind of nice to see with updated electricity and fire.
オープニング編集。原作の味わいも再現。細かなオプション設定も。
There's a first-person
新
mode.
三国無双
Oh
オリジンズか
God.
ら主人公シランが参戦。
It ends here!
Oh, dude, that looks great.
鮮烈に蘇る一騎当選の極み。新三国無双2 with 猛将伝リマスタード。
I'm gonna play the shit out of that one too. Lubu's the cover, as always. Where he should be. Okay, now we'll watch this Onimusha one.
Doesn't matter. A beast isn't far from an Oni, you know.
You'd do well to follow his example.
I thought you'd see the appeal, Musashi.
Capcom's been banging them out.
That castle on the mountain.
Oh!
Musashi, I sense Genma. Prepare yourself. No ordinary Genma can move.
Oh! That's cool.
I doubt this area was designed to welcome visitors. The castle's owner must be terribly cautious.
Is this a remake or a remaster? What is this?
I am Suten Toti. Miyamoto Musashi. The fool who seeks strength, yet rejects the power of the Oni. You shame yourself, child.
Oh!
Witness my might!
If you live by the sword, fighting is everything. So you've lost. Will you swap the sword for a trowel? Like hell I
How's it
will.
going, Ryan?
What then? Are you going to start taking human souls?
If human souls are what it takes.
Musashi, if that's the path he walks, I will follow. I've chosen to trust Musashi's judgment in all matters.
Ori departed. Give me every ounce of power that you have. In return.
Then get going, Onimusha.
Bro! What? And it's coming out in September, too! Oh, let's go! Yo, the State of Play blew... I think that's gotta be the best one yet. The State of Play is awesome, yo! I'm not gonna play Townfall. I don't even want to see it. It looks like dog shit. I don't give a fuck. Call me whatever you want. I don't care. Looks like shit. I ain't worried about this new Silent Hill wokeism bullshit. The Silent Hill F, from what I understand, was crap too. Ill, the story. What is this? Oh.
Nasty injuries. It's like a beast tore him apart.
A beast? Out here? Are you drunk or something? Tow him up and show him out. But he's still weak, so be careful.
What's going on?
Oh, dude. Team Clout. Oh. So we don't have a pussy as a main character. Okay, I like it. I like it. Damn.
Save your ammo. Die, bastard.
Damn.
And you're tough. Surprisingly lively for someone who just came out of a coma.
If you want to survive, you gotta hustle.
Bro. I'm gonna play this too.
From the moon.
I will help you, but you must not go there.
I'll take my chances.
You'll find nothing there.
Bro. That's awful.
You'll find nothing there.
It's smiling. Bro. I don't like that.
Well, good luck. Keep quiet in there.
Oh, state of play just blew it all away, didn't it?
Something is coming. I have to go. It felt like an earthquake. But it was just a
$5 Tuesday? What the fuck? Bro, we should... I wouldn't have done that on the internet, bro. Now you're gonna have everybody moving over to where you're at.
Falling off a desk. The tiniest tremor before the main event.
$5 Tuesday at the theater? What?
I know what they put you through. You never had a chance.
This game looks good, too.
2 days before the lockdown fell, an uncategorized resonance appeared in Manhattan. As things stand right now, Dylan, you're our only shot at survival.
You are not FBC. You're not even fucking human.
The FBC locked me in that cell for years and forgot about me. The hiss, it was a way out.
People can change. The past doesn't matter. Who are you today?
We're gonna have a lot of fun together.
What the hell?
PlayStation.
Until Dawn 2 is probably gonna be trash. Okay, here we go. So here we go. Okay. I think it's pretty safe to assume that the rest of this garbage doesn't really matter. Except for this. The internet is on fire because of this game. I kid you not. It is on fire because of the slop. Here we go, boys. Y'all ready to get into it? It's going to lead straight into an Asmongold video, so... 23 minutes of gameplay for God of War Lo-Fi, the game that I will not be buying. I will not be even remotely speaking one word of in a delightful manner. Fuck this game. Fuck Sony for making this pile of shit. Let's get into it. Oh, look at that, guys, an actual game. Wow. By the way, the actress who plays as her is actually beautiful. But for whatever reason, we've got a bunch of fat, useless Karens that want to uglify everything that they see because it will bring it down to their level. The actress for this lady is gorgeous and looks nothing like this, and it's really sad. It really is sad that they made her look like this. New game? Really?
Kratos!
I don't really care. This looks like shit. Let's see that. Let's see that quote-unquote gameplay.
You know where I am?
Is there any actual gameplay to this, or... We saw this already. We saw this already. This was part of the trailer original. I don't know what the fuck's going on. Oh, there it goes. With the internet, but it's been acting jank ever since it came back on.
Out?
Might have to reset it, like reset it again. Is there any like actual gameplay to this? I don't understand. It doesn't seem like there's any actual gameplay. There we go.
Let him go!
I can't even remember the last time they captured Kratos. Like in any of the games. Is there ever a time whenever he got captured? Even whenever they killed his ass, I mean, he was clawing his way out of Hades. I mean, there's nothing like being captured and then, like, I would assume she's forced to use her power. Oh, no, okay. Like, what is this? Well, congratulations, that didn't do anything. I mean, that looks sick, but... eh. This is supposed to be 20 minutes of gameplay, and she's like, it's in a cutscene the majority of this time. It's all cutscene. There's like nothing. It's all cutscene. What's with the cube? Why is there a cube here? Oh wait, I saw Kratos again. Hold on, I saw Kratos. Wait, I saw Kratos. Oh, that was Kratos. Who would play this? I'd be serious. Who the hell would play this? It's like all cutscene. What's with the cube? I see the cube. Right here. I want to see what the cube is. What is this cube thing?
How do I know I can trust her? I'll give it back. I promise. Okay. Take it.
When was there a cube in mythology of like what? Why is there a talking cube of goo? What's with the talking cube of goo? Is this in mythology at all? She's Norse, right? When is there a talking cube of goo in Norse mythology? Is there a talking cube of goo in Norse mythology, like in that new Freya God of War game that looks like shit? No, there is no talking cube of goo. Why is there a talking cube of goo in here? This doesn't seem very authentic. Like, why is this a thing? Why is this a thing, guys? I don't understand why. If you can't even get your morals in order to make the game, I can't expect them to make a decent story out of this. This just looks awful. By the way, y'all should know that this game is getting absolutely ratioed online. People are fucking hating it.
She was fearsome. Damn fine woman she was. Apart from her taste in men.
I don't think I want to watch any more of this. This just looks fucking stupid. Let's move on to the actual argument here. Where's it at? What is this? Is this... No. Is this one? No. Here it is, right here. Okay, here we go.
War thing, people have been... I mean, God of Laundry, the rinse and repeat epic. Like, I mean, this is really...
They have been brutal online. Even Domino's has made a statement towards PlayStation. I'm not sure what it was, but let's just say that Domino's was on the people's side.
Well, I think there's a couple more of these, right? And, yeah, here it is.
He's home.
Man.
I better clean up before Kratos comes home.
It's so fucking funny, man.
Look, I don't care if they wanted to make a God of War game. Oh, I mean, I do care. If you want to make a game that centers around this, don't label it God of War and don't stop production of another God of War game with Kratos in it for this game. The entire franchise is literally called God of War. The God of War. You know who the God of War is? Kratos. So I don't understand what the hell they were thinking by doing this. I don't know why they thought this was a good idea.
People getting mad about this. I think this is hilarious. Dan's Gaming purposely misunderstanding. That was very cringe. I like Dan's Gaming, but like it's so cringe. Because like, so he did the thing. I can't believe there are people still afraid to play as a woman in a video game.
It shouldn't be called God of War at all.
Which is like, I mean, everybody knows this isn't true. Like, why are you even talking like this? Why would you even say this? It's just so stupid. So I replied, I said, intentional misunderstanding. No one is...
Yo, God of War is crazy.
God of War. Oh my God. Dude, the internet has been brutal. And you know what? Good. Ever since they made God of War Ragnarok, I was very concerned on the direction this game was going. This franchise, I was. It's not bad enough that they took one of the most masculine, badass motherfuckers in the entire history of gaming. Like, he killed Poseidon by popping his eyeballs out and using his eye sockets to snap his fucking neck. It's not bad enough you took that away from us. Now you've got to demasculate him and make him a big, gigantic walking pussy for the past 2 games. And now he's not even in the game if you completely replace the main character with a woman. It's not bad enough, right? It's not bad enough. Clearly, it's not bad enough. You give them an inch, and they will take the entire mile.
Jesus.
I love God of War.
War, horror of war, void of
Not
war.
this.
Is that Greta Thunberg? Karen of war, slop of war, soy slop. Alice and God of War. Let me see. 755. That's crazy.
That's about it. Interesting.
Too.
Anyway, I think the game was really
It's a UK. God of War. I think this is my favorite one. It is. This is my favorite one that I've seen. Infinite content.
God of
yeah,
Laundry.
I know. And with your shirt, I guess so. And so God of War Laundry. Oh, and they're changing it over and over, just making it.
I don't know what the hell they were thinking. Maybe they thought because they were slowly transitioning that people would keep buying it, but whenever God of War Ragnarok came out, there wasn't really a lot of people that liked it. Like, I know a lot of people bought it, but I think a lot of people kind of knew where it was going, and unfortunately, they just decided to go for it anyway.
Even more fucking
And this
annoying.
is just a bad
pizza
idea.
Company knows more about gaming than the gaming companies. What a time to be alive. Domino's is with us. God of War Laundry. Oh my god. Shut up, Domino's. No, just stop making fun. It's a good game. What do you
Good
mean?
game. Yeah, I don't give a fuck if it's a good game or not. Stay the fuck out of my franchise. Stay the fuck out of my franchise. This is the one game that I grew up playing, and you fucks just can't leave it alone, huh? This is the whole reason why the entire country is blood red now. This is the reason why, right here. You just couldn't keep your fucking mind. You couldn't keep your own business. You just couldn't do it. And now, and I'll look at
See
it.
that, and there will be a detriment because of that. And I don't think that anybody is
This game will not sell as many copies as it would if it had Kratos in it. I'm sorry. It just won't.
going to play it because there was a girl playing it, right? I don't think that's it. Yes, all trailers are 50-50 ratioed so far. That's right.
It'll only get worse.
God of War.
It's only going to get worse. It's not going to get better.
Do I even have to at this point?
Yes, I'm not playing it because she's a woman. Men and women don't think the same, and any game told from a female perspective will have decisions that a woman would make, actions a woman would take, outfits a woman would wear. She will say things or not say things based on a woman. I'm a man. I will not relate to any of these choices, and because I expect the retarded but Tomb Raider argument, Lara Croft was popular because she had 2 assets and rarely spoke. Samus was popular because she had more assets and didn't speak at all. Notice the trend. No man played these games because he wanted to hear a woman talk for several hours. They were made for young boys and men. For the woman who I've seen argue, but we've been playing as men, why can't you play as women? Yes, that is how it should be. You liked the franchise because it was written by men. If you wanted something women made, then you would be reading or playing that instead. Men have been the writers, philosophers, and artists, and the inventors because we're equipped for it. So when you come into these male spaces, why is that cut off? Oh, it's a camera. His camera's doing that. Maybe then just enjoy it and take part in it without trying to feminize it. The issue isn't that either. The fact is that this is a male-dominated game. And instead of doing your own fucking franchise, you have systematically taken this one over and ruined it yet again. How many more times do we have to draw this point before it becomes very obvious that you're just doing a a dot-to-dot puzzle. You know what I'm saying? Like, when does with how many dots we've made on all these companies that have failed because they don't know how to resonate with their audience, can we start filling out this graph? How many times does this have to happen where we allow these people to take over video games and completely run the studio into the ground? We could be witnessing the end of Sony Santa Monica Studio as we know it. They've already infested Sucker Punch Studio with that recent Ghost of Yotoi. The game didn't sell as many copies as the original one. Like, I mean, how many more times does this have to happen? This game will probably sell, but if they want to make more sales than the prior game, they should have had Kratos be more involved with it.
Nobody wants to hear it. Absolutely not. And so
Go make your own franchise. Why do you have to invade God of War? Why do you have to do this? What is the necessity to this?
Shut the fuck up. And that's it. Argue for the women who I've seen argue, but we'd be playing as men. Why can't you play as a woman? Yes, that's how it should be. You like the franchise because it was written by men. If you wanted something women made, then you'd be reading or playing that instead. Men have been the writers, philosophers, and the artists and the inventors because we're equipped for it.
Whoa, wait, stop!
Uh-oh. In order to fully unlock the potential of this game,
Where have I seen this purple before?
you have to... See, look at that!
Could you do that again?
Why does that purple look so familiar?
My magic.
Token was destroyed. Assassin's Creed shifts from Ezio to a systematic female protagonist. Battlefield and other franchises diversify by replacing. Yeah, it's
but how many fucking times do they have to sit here and do? Like,
obviously this is what's happening. It's so clear that's what's going on, and the ratio of 50-50. I don't.
It's gonna go down.
That's more flawed.
We care about that. They want to make the women ugly to make them so.
Oh yeah, no, because the actress is gorgeous. The actress that plays Lo-Fi is beautiful. She doesn't look anything like that aged fucking hag that is on the screen at all. She doesn't look anything like that. That's the sad part about it.
Thank you to those of you who did.
So like whenever there's any showcase, whenever there's a woke game, everybody opens up my stream just to read my chat. He was one of the original creators of God of War. And so now, yeah, it doesn't feel too good, does it? See, you didn't recognize it was annoying to me, but now that it's happening to you, please. But like the Egyptian gods and, you know, like other random South American
stream, because I'm sure there'll be interest. But if it wasn't for that, I have no interest in playing that game.
Yeah, I'm not going to play that game. I'm not going to spend the money on it.
What is this?
I'm not going to spend my money on it. I don't have a reason to. It's garbage.
Yeah.
It's trash. It's not what I want.
And like you
might. I'm not gonna sit here. I'm just gonna kind of click through this.
if it did like
I won't be buying that game. I don't really care what anyone has to say. I'm not gonna support it because I want Kratos front and center. The whole reason why I played the franchise to begin with was because for the original Greek mythology. I think that ever since they started in 2018, they've completely pussified Kratos and they've made it something that it shouldn't be because of woke ideology that's infested Sony Santa Monica Studio. That's what I think. That's genuinely what I think. I don't know why you would ever play a game like that, and I feel the same way about Sucker Punch. I love the original Ghost of Tsushima and the different amounts of play that it had. But from everything that I've seen of Ghost of Yotoi, it's just an overabundance of the exact same missions, rebuttal, like, thrown up like a dozen times. It just doesn't really have the oomph the original one did. Okay, so we have a lot to cover. Let's move on from the gaming stuff. We now have Legal Mindset talking about the bricks and minifigs. Legal Mindset. Check out Legal Mindset on YouTube. Legal Mindset's always got us covered, man. You know what I'm saying? Let's see. Legal Mindset.
We're going brick by brick as we analyze the bricks and minifigs case and all of the law and crimes involved in this. Of course, this is the legal mindset where we teach you to be your own judge. I'm Andrew Esquire, American attorney. Now, this is something that has slammed my inbox, and there are so many legal questions, different areas of both civil law, criminal law, regulatory law, that I found this very fascinating, but it took me some time to put together this analysis. But this could not possibly be more perfect down my wheelhouse, as a corporate attorney, I dealt with pretty much all of these issues. This is a content creator, Reckless Ben, who decided to take...
We know about this. Okay.
When one person is...
By the way, Reckless Ben did also release the footage of whenever he was trying to get his records sent over to the guy. So we're going to watch that as well.
Something on behalf of somebody else. In this case, it was over $200,000. That's the disputed value. Now, Bricks and Minifigs, the franchise owners, they dispute that number, but the man sells, Reckless Ben, their number is $200K. So let's go with the higher number. So a lot of Star Wars Legos were very valuable. Now, consignments are what's called a security interest, and those are regulated by the Uniform Commercial Code, which has been adopted in Oregon.
Okay.
Under that code, the property remains under the superior title, meaning the ownership of the consignor. So the person that signed it over, even though it's being held by another person. The problem with this is the telltale maxim, possession is 9/10 of the law. So even though there's this agreement, the physical product is being held by somebody else. So you have to wonder what they're going to do with that product. And in this case, something very, very wrong did indeed happen.
Almost mockingly, they've since flooded all of their social media with tons of pictures of Star Wars Legos. At this point...
Hold on, wait. So they even... Do you think maybe these assholes sold off all of his Legos? I saw that there was a snapshot of a sale, right? Hold on.
Did indeed happen.
Almost mockingly, they've since flooded all of their social media with tons of pictures.
Right here. Buy 2 minifigs, get 1 free, 5% off. You wear a costume, 5% off for scavenger hunt. 20% off used retired sets. I kind of feel like, isn't that like almost 70? That's 30% off. So if you have for scavenger hunt, if you have the 5% and the 5% for like wearing a costume and then 20% used, so that's already 30% off. That's a lot of money. Like,
of Star Wars Legos. At this point, it seems like they're just rubbing it in this family's face.
So what likely happened here, which is something that Ben's videos don't make clear, is that after this consignment was made, essentially they quickly sold off that property to make cash. And once they made that cash, they either used that for operating expenses because the store wasn't making enough money. A lot of times stores will just make money on one high ticket item or one thing that sells well. And that's really what's keeping them afloat. They're really not making a lot of money. So, hey, they go and liquidate this inventory, these Star Wars Legos, because, hey, they belong to really somebody taking the profits from those Legos already. And the whole purpose of Ben's video, which is to get the Legos back, is likely never going to happen because those Legos are likely mostly gone and sold off for cash.
But the thing is that the actual owner of that property is the one that should be getting most of that money.
A lot of times what will happen in these agreements, particularly when you have a party with more power, like so much more title, they took those away from them. Now, the franchise owner had several arguments here related to the consignment. First of all, they said, hey, we're going to keep these as store property because this consignment was illegal. We're not allowed to do consignments based on our corporate contract. Well, that's a whole separate problem, and that would also put the people that originally engaged in that on the hook with individual liability because they would have entered into an illegal contract, right? So that would have been on them for breach of contract, unjust enrichment, conversion. These are all civil claims. And by the way, I want to correct Reckless Ben. Throughout his video, he constantly uses civil crime and criminal crime. There's no such thing as a civil crime. That's not a thing. There's a civil claim, right? A civil claim is a claim for money, a claim for damages, but it's not a crime.
Okay.
If you are guilty of found to have liability in civil court, they find you guilty in civil court, you're liable for money, but that does not make you a criminal. And this is very important, particularly for Ben, because he uses this word recklessly, dare I say, as in his name, which may put him on the hook for defamation. He repeatedly calls people using criminal language interchangeably with civil language, and that's a problem because when you accuse somebody of a crime, that can be defamatory, and that may put Ben on the hook for defamation for continually using criminal language. Now, the other thing that the franchise owners tried to get off the hook with was saying they're not aware of the consignment. But in Ben's own videos, we saw them eventually confess to this.
When Brian first came in, we identified anything that was on that list that would have been his that Amanda didn't sell, and we set it aside. And it's still sitting there.
So what you're saying is that they even claimed that they had, not only did they claim they had it, they also set it aside. So,
version, breach of contract, and unjust enrichment. Now, I know they make a big point of going to court is expensive, but what they don't mention, and my first thought, and the thought of almost all the lawyers that I talked to on this, when I talked to my colleagues on this, was find somebody who will work on contingency. Contingency means a percentage of the recovery. There are plenty of lawyers out there, in fact, I know many of them, that will take these cases based on a percentage of recovery, especially if there's strong backup.
So that means that what you do is you lay out all the information you have, and they will take a percentage of whatever they're able to sue from the corporation. So if they sue for like a company for $1 million, they'll take like 20% of that.
Strong evidence to back this up and say, yeah, no, this is a good claim. We're going to take this. We're not going to require a massive retainer, and we're going to take a percentage.
I was wondering about that too. I was like, why doesn't he just find somebody that's willing to take a percentage? They're out there. They're a little on the harder side to find for sure, because a lot of lawyers like to, like, you'd have to have an overwhelming amount of evidence. They would have to know for a fact they're going to win it.
Of the return, right? Now you might have to pay out 30% of the return, whatever, 25% of the return, some higher percent. But hey, they're willing to take the case, and you're willing to get a good portion of your money back from this eventual W. There's other issues that were brought up in this, and these are ones that
being
Ben
used to poorly execute 100%.
The first one is Ben's sham contract. Now, Ben himself eventually admits this is not a legal contract.
Yeah,
they could.
He's talking about whenever Ben used a fake UPS person to deliver a package to get a signature, and the signature was on the contract. I don't know how.
The property, and for every time they called the police, they
it's $5,000.
$5,000.
I made a contract with the
this is completely unenforceable. 100%. You cannot have a contract executed by deception, and using a routine package delivery to get a signature doesn't work.
You would be surprised how many people and companies, whenever they're legit companies, they want a lawyer present they want you to have a lawyer present so that way they can go through the contract with you and explain to you all the legal jargon that's in it. So that way the company doesn't have to be held liable if your dumbass breaks the contract and you don't realize it. Typically they won't even let you sign it unless you have a lawyer present or somebody that can explain to you the legal jargon.
Because that's what we call fraud in the inducement. You're inducing someone, you're tricking someone into a contract. There is no mutual assent. Now, once again, he brings up this duty to read law, but that doesn't apply at all for something where you have no idea you're signing a contract. You think you're signing for a delivery, and you're actually signing a contract.
Wicked West morning, Steve
There's no
Sander.
mutual assent, mutual agreement that, hey, we're entering into a contract here. You are tricking somebody. So no, that does not work at all. The other thing is terms in there like you can't call the police, you can't trespass. Those are both unconscionable, and they cannot be contracted. You can never have a contract, ever. And I've written thousands and thousands of contracts as a corporate attorney. It's something I am probably the master at writing contracts. There's no way to get immunity from crimes. Trust me, people, if we could contract out of crimes, lawyers would do it in a heartbeat.
They're already trying to. Like, whenever a guy went to Disneyland and he got sick off of an allergy, but the restaurant he went to in Disneyland was known for being very, like, they cater to allergies. That was their specialty, right? They cater to making sure you don't get sick. The lady said that, you know, hey, my husband gets sick to peanuts. They gave him peanuts and he fucking died. They tried to weasel their way out of that with it was like the Disney Plus contract thing that said that they couldn't get sued. But obviously that shit didn't work, so.
You cannot do that at all. You cannot say you can't.
It's just like, so like, there's two things that people don't really understand. Number one, a contract won't help you if somebody breaks the law. Contracts are not gonna, like, if you are being fucked over as, let's say, a content creator and you sign a contract to this company and they want you to break the law, or they break the law and you get fucked over in some way, it doesn't protect them. They're still liable. And DMCAs, not DMCAs, non-disclosure agreements, where you're not supposed to talk out, like what was going on with Iron Mouse, how they made everyone sign non-disclosure agreements. They couldn't talk about how bad it was at that VTuber place, for Shoujo. A lot of them didn't realize that they were being fucked over so hardcore. They were like, Shoujo wasn't even paying them, so they were breaking the law. And a lot of them didn't speak out in fear of being sued. But at the end of the day, they're protected by the law. The law is there for a reason, and there is nothing that is above that law.
You cannot call the police on me. You cannot say you can't charge me with trespass. That's not. Simply need to ask you to leave, and you should leave that property, or you're committing trespass. Now, one thing he does bring up is, oh, I was just trying to serve them this lawsuit. I was trying to have this good faith conversation. Well, that's completely bunk, because all of that could have been achieved through a professional process server. Now, he did have a process server with him. The problem was he was there. And actually, under the relevant local law, it says if you are an interested party, if you are somebody who is involved in a lawsuit as a plaintiff, as a defendant, as somebody who's interested in that lawsuit, you cannot function as the process server. So because he was suing them in small claims court, he is not a valid person to act as a process server or to be there when they're serving process. I know why he was there.
That means that what he's saying is whenever they go and hand you the lawsuit, whenever like the papers that we're about to watch for the video, the papers that he's trying to give the guy so that way the lawsuit can move forward is what he's talking about.
But it actually worked against his case and ended up getting him in trouble. He should have left it to that process server. If he wanted to stick a body cam on the process server or something like that, he might have been able to do that depending on the consent laws there. But that said, he might be able to record it, but not be there himself physically, because I
was wondering why he showed up. And that's kind of another one of the things that kind of made me be like, I don't know about this, because he's doing like the YouTuber thing, you know? And it's weird.
Where the issues.
I think him trying to be a YouTuber, like, not that he's trying to be, he is a YouTuber. Him being the YouTuber in the situation is what kind of screwed up some of the stuff he was trying to do. Because he still has to make it entertaining, right? So, like, he has to have the drama effect. He's not necessarily a nuisance streamer. And even if he is, he's doing it in the right ways. But at the same time, it can get him into a lot of legal trouble. A lot of legal trouble. So he has to be very careful.
Saying he set up an official lottery.
All you need to know is that I put a lot of work into making sure that this is a legal.
This would likely be treated as regulators as a prank. And I know this because I've worked on actual lotteries and giveaways when working with companies for.
So the law wouldn't even acknowledge it as a real lottery.
From the beginning, he knew it was a fraud. He knew that he could not go in and get those Legos because he'd already been denied. Ultimately, he says he paid out the lottery because he felt like it was the right thing to do. But that is actually not the answer. He paid out the lottery just to keep himself out of actually getting in trouble here and actually sent to jail. Because if you end up running a real lottery knowing that you can't give somebody the prize,
you're
still going to be on the hook there whether or not you give away. Flippant to scam lottery anytime. I think.
Okay,
So what is the actual professional approach that should have been had here? Well, first of all, I think from the beginning, he should have used lawyers and process servers. Don't tag along to film. That actually can violate the local law. That actually can keep you from having an effective service of process, meaning giving someone the papers and starting that lawsuit. The other thing they could do is they could have filed reports with the regulatory entities, the BBB, the people that regulate the franchise owners, and support those by evidence. Submit those in to the people that regulate them and have them also come in and help come down on these people. The other thing is they could have brought in at some point a professional mediator or an arbitrator, somebody that could come as a go-between that's seen as neutral, seen as somebody who's going to be reasonable and not just be doing it for the clout, for the video, YouTube video, etc. Also, he did do a smart thing. I will give Ben credit that by itemizing and splitting things out for the small claims, by breaking those into smaller amounts and then assigning those to different people, that is permissible. People do break things out and assign them, and that is permissible. But they could have also gone to get an injunction for a return of the property. And that would have been a very logical way to try to get that back really quick.
I'm kind of surprised that Legal Mindset hasn't reached out to Ben yet. I kind of feel like if Ben really needed the help, I feel like they should be reaching out to each other. Ben said that there were a lot of lawyers reaching out to him all across the country, offering him assistance and stuff. I don't see why he wouldn't take that
quickly,
he should
or at
absolutely
least prevent
take that.
the sale of the existing inventory that they might still have and be trying to sell. The other thing is you really can't engage in what we call in the law self-help. And this video is all about vigilante self-help. It's about a YouTuber, a person who took things into his own hands, and there is a limit to that because eventually it can constitute harassment, and particularly when you run into a small town. Whether it's the Mormon mafia or not, you are going to get pushback from the PD.
Walking a very dangerous line, which will get you hemmed up a lot of time.
Yeah.
And you could end up in jail in Utah when you're from Cali.
Okay.
Not worth it, right?
Yeah.
We play differently here.
And while what they did was certainly wrong and definitely needs to be investigated, there's a point at which you need to remove yourself from that, step back, and let the process take over. Let people who are professionals go in there and handle this, not you and your YouTube boys. In judgment, Brian Mansell's case is very sympathetic. I have a lot of sympathy in the Bricks and Minifigs case for what happened from them stealing from old people. That is absolutely wrong, and he was wrong.
Okay, so let's watch the video where... So this is the body cam video of...
Actually hacked into...
Whenever he was trying to serve the papers for the lawsuit, right? This is the unredacted body cam footage that he was advocating for the unredaction to
the American Fork Police Department and released all the footage unredacted of my interactions with them. So this is the original footage I got with the redactions in, and this is the new unredacted footage. I'm lining them up, and I'm going to keep only the redacted.
Absolutely. She had a consignment deal with a guy named Brian Mansell. A year and a half, almost 2 years, she had this consignment deal with him and she never paid him.
So right away, Josh is lying to the police, which we can easily verify with all of the metadata timestamps pictures that show that the Lego sets were in the store when Josh took it over.
He's hired this YouTuber. His name is Ben Schneider. He's Reckless Ben.
And it doesn't really matter because that location's still liable for the sales of that. The contract isn't on behalf of two people. It's on behalf of the company selling the Legos. That's like if you walked into a pawn shop and you cut a deal with the pawn shop owner saying, hey, if you sell this and you give me a percentage of it, you can also have a percentage of it. Like, it's not, like, you don't just blame the pawn shop owner, it's the actual location. Like, if it's, I don't know, like Pawn Stars Pawn Shop, it's still gonna be their fault. It's still gonna be Pawn Stars Pawn Shop. You know what I'm saying? Like, I don't understand how you're trying to come up with some kind of weird loophole to get out of it. It's not gonna work.
Manager, I'm done.
What are you guys doing here?
Fake paper. They're fake. Go get the papers.
You're okay if I bring those over to you?
Absolutely. They're fake.
But they weren't fake.
You have to see those papers?
So we're just following the instructions of the government. Do the papers so we can just get
Have
her.
you looked at the papers? I've talked to the Kaiser Police Department. There's nothing filed.
What's funny is that the second that these papers are handed to him, or he looks at them, looks through them, for the most part, from what I understand, is if he knows of their existence even, he's still liable for the lawsuit.
No, I'm not accepting service from him. Okay. Absolutely not. It's fake.
Okay.
It's not real.
That's completely fine. You have that right.
Yeah.
Literally, all this police officer has to do is be
Just
like,
hand him.
"You are served."
Yeah, that's it.
He doesn't even have to accept them. He can literally just drop them. But as long as you say you are served, that counts as illegal serving. So why doesn't this cop just do that? Like, this whole thing could be solved in literally 3 seconds. Like, here, I'll time it.
Even if they're fake, just saying that and walking away would have been enough. He's not doing that, though, for obvious reasons. I mean...
Yeah, like literally 1.5 seconds, and this could be solved. This could literally be solved in 1.5 seconds. And this police officer is just purposely choosing to make this way more complicated than it has to be.
Of course he is.
Hold on. All right. What are you wanting done today? Besides, obviously, talk to...
As much as you humanly possibly can.
I can screen charges. I'm open to screening charges through our attorney.
Yeah. Instead of serving these court papers, like the police officer promised me he would, this officer would rather...
But I don't understand that. Why wouldn't you just walk on the property, say you are served, drop them on his, like, porch or something, or whatever? You could even just tape that shit to his door. And then go back and tell Ben, hey, this is done. Go away. He probably would have just drove off. Why wouldn't you just do that? Like, you can sit here and say all kinds of shit all you want all day long, but at the end of the day, these guys aren't doing what they're supposed to be doing. They're a law enforcement officer. Even if they're fake, he should just go up there, be like, hey, you've been served, drop them there and leave. I don't get this. This is ridiculous.
Charges for me.
Just play with it.
Random stuff they can make up about me.
I'm gonna go talk with him, give him his paper back, since you do not want this.
Can I just peek at it?
You can't just deny that. You're law enforcement. Like, it'd be like if you got served papers to show up to child support court. Like, what are you doing, man? You have to serve those papers. This isn't a negotiation. Those are legal documents that you need to serve to him.
Can I peek at it?
It kind of puts me in a little bit
All
of a
right, never
bind.
mind. It's fake. There's no lawsuit anymore.
Okay. So anyway, I'm gonna give this back to him and trespass her.
Because here's the thing. Like, think about this logically. Do you think a process server would show up with a guy that...
Josh knows that if he gets served these papers, it's going to be really bad for him. And at this point, it seems like he's willing to make up any story he can.
Well, the cop should have just said, well, if they're fake, then you don't mind just taking these, right? Because you know they're fake. We know they're fake. Sure. Here you go. You've been served. It's your problem, not the police department's problem. I'll go and make sure he leaves. If not, I'll push charges. Problem solved. There is a resolution to this conflict that these police officers are not involving themselves in, which is disgusting.
Get us arrested before he gets served these papers.
They sent a lady in, and the lady's like, oh, I'm going to murder you to Amanda, the manager.
And now, Josh has just committed a felony. Lying to the police officers about a false threat I made to get me arrested is super duper illegal.
He called the store billion.
So
He's not want the papers?
here's that back for you.
Okay. I'm not sure what this is. I've never seen something like that. To be honest with you.
These are court papers.
Okay. Have a good race your deck.
Okay, see ya.
He didn't even try.
Stupid as they think I am. Service papers. And the girl is like, she's like, oh no, I got to serve him these papers. Like they printed up a fake lawsuit, you know? And I'm like, oh yeah, do you think the process server would really be riding with the YouTube guy to deliver papers to a guy that he's been harassing? I'm like, do you think I'm stupid?
Yeah, why? I think that it would have been better if Ben just stayed out of that and allowed the process server to serve those papers. That's what should have happened. I mean, it's stuff like this that makes me wonder how legit this is. You know what I'm saying? Like, how legit is this? Is the internet being pulled along, you know?
I just don't know what to do, man. I'm done with these guys.
We're ready and willing to arrest these individuals for Utah statutes for cyberbullying and digital.
Well, I hate to break it to you, but because a bunch of people online are harassing you, you can't arrest the YouTuber. That's not how it works. That's not how it works. And if you don't have any laws that are against doxing, you also are kind of screwed there. I'm sorry, but if somebody makes a video about a scam or sham business and they start getting harassed by a bunch of people online, that's not the YouTuber's fault. Maybe you shouldn't have done whatever you were doing.
Because they're using
like,
oh, it's digital stalking, not stalking.
It's all of the above.
Okay, got it.
But they're being cute, and you can't continue to do this.
No, we're just kind of wanting to know what you want done on this.
As much as we humanly possibly can.
I have a screen for charges.
I'm surprised you can't call the police and have them serve civil paperwork like that. I'm actually kind of shocked.
Prosecutors, right?
I thought maybe that's what they would do, but...
Okay. So,
you can't. It's illegal.
Why not? In the state of Utah, to be a process server, all you have to do is be over the age of 18 years old. You got to be not affiliated with the case, and you can't be an attorney. And this girl meets all three. She is over 18 years old. I literally met her like 10 minutes before we showed up here, and she's not an attorney. So legally, in the state of Utah...
The problem is that you were in the car and you've been trespassed off the property. That's the problem. Look, both of these guys are fucking idiots. Like, Ben is funny, sure, but he's also an idiot. And if this would be, like, he would have already gotten the papers, this would have been done, he wouldn't have had to sit here and risk going to jail again for, like, what, the 5th time? I feel like at this point, like, at what point are you trying to solve this? And at what point are you just trying to drag this out as a YouTuber?
This woman...
Like, when does it end?
That's her, yeah, she's...
Yeah,
we have no relation. She is the exact person that you're describing.
But you're still in the car.
A lie. She's impersonating a process server.
But a process server isn't a legal figure. It's just a random person that can serve the papers.
To be impersonating a process server in the state of Utah, she must either be under 18, which the cops took her ID and verified she's not under 18.
Do you have an ID or anything like that on you?
She has to be related to this case, which Josh says he's never seen her before, so she can't be related to this case. Josh has verified that, and so the only option left is Josh must assume that she's an attorney. But if Josh has never heard of her before, how does he know she's an attorney?
Exactly.
And spoiler, she's not an attorney, but so I don't know what Josh is like. He's verified that she meets all the requirements to be on. She reaches these requirements. She still doesn't meet these requirements. You're making no sense, Josh.
Impersonating an officer of the court, that carries some, it's pretty significant.
But you're not impersonating it if the law says that you're not even you can't be part of the court system. And she's not. She's just a normal Joe.
You know, like
yeah, you can't pretend to be a process server.
Well, you
like I say, he's good
to impersonate a process server in the state of Utah.
So right now,
I want her arrested for impersonating.
How is it that this guy is telling them how the law works? These are police officers. They should know the law. What is going on here? This guy is on the phone is completely like taking over this narrative. How is it that you have this guy that's telling these police officers what the law is? These are police officers. They should know the law. Do they not know how to read down there and wherever the fuck this is at in Oregon? Like, what's going on here?
Process server.
Hey, seriously, right what the fuck's going on?
Just go and pretend.
Bro, if I showed up to a fire and the guys whose house is on fire is telling me how to put the fire out, we got a fucking problem.
Fake documents and go try to process serve people. That's illegal.
So these papers that he printed out,
fake. Yes, 1 billion, trillion, gazillion %.
Again, this is Ammon. I'm with the corporate office.
He's the CEO.
Oh, hi.
So what's happening?
I don't know where he got the body cam footage from. That's a good question. Supposedly it was redacted.
And then went to this guy and said, hey, if I can harass these guys and if I can do some stuff and get some money out of them, will you pay me some of that money? And that's what they're trying to do. Is the individual.
Oh, by the way, They tried to take down the Patreon that was made for this whole situation, and the CEO of Patreon came forward and said pretty much, go fuck yourself. The Patreon stays up. So CEO of Patreon.
Who actually owes the money left to the United States.
And now Eamon has just committed obstruction by lying to the police officers.
He created a fake contract, forged a manager's signature up there, threatened to kill her.
I didn't sign no agreement. I'm not beholden to somebody else's straight face.
I'll check with the court, see if it's a valid. Okay.
Thank you for holding. How can I help you?
Case is just verify if the case is real.
So he got the papers back, and he's gonna try to verify the case to see if it's real.
Yeah, looks like a real small claims case in our...
Okay, so that means you have to serve these papers. By law, you're required to now because you have them, right? Surely there's some law that says you have to do this.
That's all for today. Thank you.
And after this phone call, I guess the police officers turned off the microphone on their body cam because I guess they really didn't want literally anyone to hear this, even if someone gets a hold of the unredacted stuff. Not even we now can get it to hear what these police officers are saying. But anyways, the police officer ends up going back to talk to Josh.
They're screening some charges, okay?
Yeah.
But we're just kind of working through. It looks like this is a real case. It just hasn't gone to court, okay?
It's a real case. Who's it against?
It against you, him versus you.
Ben Snyder?
Mm-hmm.
What an idiot.
So,
Well, that's what you've been saying. You've been saying it all this time. Sue you, sue me, sue me, sue me, sue me, sue me. Yeah, he's suing you. You a big fucking surprise.
I mean, he's just right.
Yeah, it happens.
We were all wrong here. However, let's just arrest Ben anyways.
Like, letting them go cannot be an option here, guys. Like, there's got to be something for cyber stalking, bullying, like all of the different things appropriate. This is not okay.
Wow. That's crazy.
I'm in agreement with you.
Don't you just love it?
Okay.
And he got arrested. Because of course he did.
Oh,
There we go.
I love you.
So,
Oh, did he finally, is he getting served?
I love you. I love American Police Department.
That's crazy. I mean, he most likely got arrested there for bullying. I mean, that's anyone. If he had spoken to a lawyer, they would have said that this was going to happen, dude. You gotta fuck off. There's no reason why he should have showed up here. He does. He definitely doesn't help his case.
The cops raided my house because they heard
Yep,
that
I remember this.
Through officers to make sure we are call their phone because I was terrified officers for filming me. I'm gonna bend your arm back upwards and injure me.
So yeah.
Next, we got some unredacted footage of me using the bathroom to see the actually a member of the Church of Scientology Sucks. All my old school fans will know this, but basically I made a religion called Scientology. It's a gold plunger right here. It's active members of the Church of
A felony stalking case right now. Felonies. Everyone's facing felonies.
That's pretty serious shit.
It's super serious. I know that you've been told all of, oh, it's a fundraiser, this guy's
Yeah.
we're gonna use
3, but basically this bricks and minifigs company has non-stop been making fake bomb threats, fake fire threats, fake murder threats in my name that I'm going to murder them. The only problem is obviously these are all fake threats. I would never do something like that, but the police think that these are real threats. So now the police from Los Angeles, from Utah, they're all working together now to catch me. Here's a phone call from just a few days ago.
So now they've got people making bomb threats in his name. That's never gonna hold up in court, man. I'm sorry. There's no way that's gonna hold
Angeles
up.
Police calling the Utah
There's
police,
no way that's gonna hold.
scheming of a way to get me arrested for all these mystery threats that I've been.
About this guy. Like, I talked to the guys and there's kind of all over the threats against us. His known address is in LA. So I guess I'm just trying to track down like what you guys are doing.
Yeah, big surprise. It's in LA. You know why it's in LA? Because it's not him doing it, dipshits. Duh.
Okay.
Over. So they're never gonna catch me here. Yeah, no American police in sight. Good luck finding me. You are never gonna find me, police officers.
In December.
Man. Okay. Here we go. So we got more people talking about what was going on in the UK with Henry Nowick.
about to be in a civil war, as a body cam footage of Henry Novak is finally
Novak.
released. And
It's
now
not Novak, it's Nowak. It's W. It's N-O-W-A-K? Nowak? If you don't know, Henry Nowak was stabbed by the guy that got 20 years, right?
No. The police, politicians, and the media.
So W Decoy, hell yeah, Decoy. Go check out Decoy on YouTube. W Decoy. Boom.
All protecting the narrative over protecting you. As after the stabbing in December, the murderer's brother called the police, saying they'd been attacked by a white racist.
Sorry, we just got attacked racially by some white person. Yeah, literally, I just parked on my car to come home, and he attacked my brother.
As the body cam footage finally revealed the gruesome truth.
They did not want to release this body cam.
Honestly, I don't think you want to see it. As the police arrive and listen to them claim Henry knocked off his turban and bashed his eye. And as Henry whimpered that he can't breathe because he was stabbed several times, the police replied, "I don't think you have, mate," dragged him across a gravel, handcuffing and reading him his rights before realizing he's actually
dead.
dying.
Yep.
They tried to post their explanation, saving themselves from blame, but now British citizens are protesting outside their police station. Also chanting.
It's only going to get worse. The longer that they don't actually address the problem, the more this is going to happen. The big issue is that whenever the dad or the father gave his press conference statement about the whole knife crime thing, they thought the police or whoever is spinning this narrative really thought that they could spin it as a knife crime thing, and it backfired tremendously. It completely backfired. The narrative completely backfired on them. And it led to widespread riots all over Britain.
Shame on you.
Everybody knows what's going on here. It's the same thing that was going on that's going on in America. I'd imagine there's a lot more crime that's happening that the legacy media isn't covering. I mean, for example, legacy media didn't even cover this, but Fox News did, even though they're legacy, but it was only after all the social media gurus did it, so like...
You. And racist police off our streets.
Racist police off our streets!
Yeah, no, the police officers that handcuffed them, that were too scared to be called racist to literally arrest a murderer, should also be put in jail. They should be sharing in the sentence, and to be quite frank, the guy that did it should get death. No question about it.
Racist police off our streets!
And eventually, the protesters marched to where Henry Novak lost his life, which was the murderer's home. To which the police were chased away with chairs and trash cans.
You have to realize that this is radicalizing. Whenever you have members of your own community being killed and they're getting like this king treatment, they're not even put in handcuffs and they get to carry around knives and are not forced to assimilate like everybody else. It radicalizes everybody, even in the police department. Like it's going to radicalize even people in the police department because they know what's going on too. But it's going to boil down to, do they want to continue making a paycheck, or are their morals above that? That's what it's going to boil down to. And by the way, the Sikh that killed this 18-year-old young man also was holding a sword, threatening a bunch of people during like some kind of incident with his vehicle. So this isn't even the first time that he's done something like this. It's just that this time he went full-blown schizo, and the government, of course, catered to him as opposed to the people that have lived there for generations, decades, years, like lifetimes.
But the home was unharmed, as they were just angry at the police.
All of the protesters here, not one of them
has gone to desecrate this house. Not one person's been loud and violent. Everyone's just quietly contemplating. Everyone's just quietly observing how it could be.
I mean, I wouldn't say that they're quiet. You could hear the people.
Physically possible for the police to be able to arrest someone who's internally bleeding.
And aside from the "I can't breathe, please," people are drawing a lot of parallels between this and the BLM riots. But not a single business has been burned or looted over these protests.
Yet.
But what?
Yet. Do you think that they're just going to allow these people that have practically taken over the workforce for them to continue killing them? They're not going to allow it, man. They're not trying to assimilate with that culture. They're trying to take it over. They're trying to colonize it, just like they're trying to do with America. I mean, that's...
I can't find clarity on is, how did Henry's death happen on the murderer's front steps? I know the family was involved in creating the false racist claims and the hiding of the murder weapon, but what exactly were they planning? And again, does it make the truth much worse? As eventually, UK riot police came to defend the house, with tense standoffs as the sun goes down.
And you know what the difference between this and a standard riot is? Like what they've been doing here in America? The difference is that these are not paid protesters. These are actual Britons and people that live in the UK that have had enough of being killed and their children being raped. They're tired of it. They want change. They want change. They want these people that are trying to colonize their country out, and they want their lives back. They want the streets back. They want to be able to walk around and not have to worry about being killed. And it's not even just America, it's all over the world. This isn't just like, and here's the big kicker, is that they're not the minority, they're the majority, which means that these protests are going to be way bigger.
So it's casually like on their, look, you can see like the TV's on, so they're obviously still home.
Until they eventually end up beating the...
But either way, they shouldn't be throwing stuff at police. They shouldn't. There's no reason for them to be sitting here throwing stuff at police and destroying stuff, period. If you have a workforce of people that no longer, that's kind of an interesting concept, isn't it? So you import these people, you give them all the jobs, so that way whenever everybody protests against the jobs, well, like a form of protest is if you don't show up to work to protest an 18-year-old being killed in the streets. Well, he didn't have a job anyway, so who cares? That's an interesting concept, isn't it? Because I was like, well, then everyone that's working just stopped showing up to work. But then if nobody has a job because they're all being taken by illegals or immigrants, well, that's a big problem.
British citizens.
That was completely unnecessary. You're right, you okay? You okay? You sure? Shake on it. Right, good.
Completely pummeling this poor guy.
Damn!
As a second angle shows him getting stomped in the head, as the protesters begin pushing burning dumpsters into the police lines.
Get out of the way!
And come night, they began charging into the protests. Where one man stops the police by saying, "Stand behind me, I'm black."
Zero chance.
Stand behind me, I'm black.
There we go.
Zero.
I got rid of him. Pushed him like a little pissant he was.
Where British reality is just the inverse of American memes.
I know it's like cops, but also in Brooklyn, sometimes the cops are black, and what do you do then?
That's so true. I've
never thought about black cops.
And I don't want to be lighthearted commentary with tragedies like these, but one, that's how absolutely insane the UK has become, but more importantly, Henry's story is about to get a whole lot worse, as Reuters reports on the story, framing the UK police as victims, front-loading the national...
Hell with that, man. Are you kidding me? Absolutely not. No, you don't get to handcuff somebody that said he was stabbed and let him, like, bleed to death. No, dude, you don't get to do that and then claim that you're the victim because you don't want to be called racist. Absolutely not. The guy didn't even have a criminal record, and there were multiple neighbors that whenever they called in, they said that there has been a stabbing, and the guy is saying that he got stabbed. No,
backlash
you don't get
on
to use that
authorities
card.
because of the murdered student falsely accused of racism. And even though the murderer was sentenced to life in prison, the key issue is how his religion allowed him to carry this ceremonial dagger. But they highlight how we must condemn those who seek political profit from tragedy, and inflammatory commentary is worsening the situation. I'm pretty sure it's not so much the inflammatory commentary, but the reality that a murder in December was heavily suppressed just because it was inconvenient to them politically. As the Telegraph writes...
Yeah, that's exactly what it is. It's no different than the fact that you can get into a lot of trouble if you make posts on, like, Facebook and stuff in the UK against this disgusting, like, forced immigration. It's the same concept. Of course they suppressed it. Why wouldn't they? They don't want it to get out.
The police did nothing wrong not assisting a man saying he was stabbed, listening to a guy wearing a sword. As society can reasonably respect people's religions, but not at the cost of enabling and then ignoring abuse of said special privileges.
Exactly.
As people have long been pointing out that even at UK soccer stadiums, they allow certain people to essentially carry sabers inside while everybody else isn't allowed. As countrywide, you can't even carry pepper spray without facing 10 years in prison.
That's
Meanwhile,
insane. That's exactly what they're doing. They're like taking the laws that were for or against, like, weapons and stuff, and then they're bending these laws to allow these people to effectively go into the UK and kill them. Like, it's literally colonization. It's insanity. It's blatant
certain
craziness.
communities can openly carry swords. We even covered when UK
you remember that? Yeah, I actually covered this whenever the girl in the park had the machete and the knife, and she ended up getting arrested and sent to jail, but she was also being harassed by some immigrants as well. They were following her around, and she was terrified.
Get assaulted by adult predators, they get in trouble for defending themselves. But what makes it even worse is even schools in America are starting to give them special exemptions for carrying knives.
No. Hell no.
Liberalism has somehow switched from tolerance to preferential treatment, voiding common sense safety. Nobody thinks every Sikh is out there to abuse this special policy, but somehow UK thinks we can't trust every British citizen to not stab somebody, but somehow with this specific religion, we'll just go ahead and blindly trust all of them regardless of arrest history. And when one of them violates this, they'll just try to hide it. As the BBC
What an idiot.
frames it as, their group is now being demonized after Henry's murder, literally bringing Norm Macdonald's words to life. You can't condemn terror when you're protecting the narrative. And notice the protesters aren't out there attacking anybody other than the police force with the policies that allowed this to happen. As tragically, with a lot of these, the murderer was well known to authorities, as social media claims this is him in a previous road rage incident. Knives from their temple, and even though he was reportedly arrested over this, it looks like the victims...
Big surprise. I'm sorry, if you come from, like, a different country, and you immediately proceed to break the laws in the country you've been allowed to seek refuge in, you should just immediately be deported. It's not, you don't get to just go to a different country and not be susceptible to their laws. The whole point of immigration is to allow the assimilation of the culture. It's called the melting pot. It's not called the brick oven, okay? You don't just keep adding to it. You have to assimilate with the culture. I remember whenever all this first started happening, there were so many people that were like, "Oh, it's a melting pot." Yeah, but you keep dropping in pieces of iron. Iron doesn't melt with the stew. Iron just sinks to the bottom and stays there. Like, what is... If you're not going to assimilate, you're not going to abide by the laws, learn any of the culture, learn how to speak English, then you're effectively there to colonize it. You're there to take a job, kill somebody, kill people. If you go to a different country and you start breaking their laws, they should just immediately deport you out of the country. It's a privilege to be able to go to a different country and assimilate with their culture. And the fact that we even have to sit here and have this conversation shows how much things have changed, because 3 years ago, if I had said this, I would have been banned off of everything. I wouldn't even be able to do anything. But because of how much the atmosphere has changed, because people's eyes are open to this now, it has completely shifted the entire atmosphere of the politics altogether. Now people are wondering what's even the point of having immigration. And, I mean, can you blame them?
Never received a follow-up until after the recent murder in December, which just makes me think he wasn't actually prosecuted for the theft of these knives, and they just let it slide because they dare not offend this specific religion and their rights to have the weapon.
Fuck their religion. If their religion says that they're allowed to have an RPG and blow up a mosque every other week, fuck them. Send them back. They obviously can't assimilate. If their marriage records look like the Epstein files, why the fuck are they here? Why are they here? You know that Chris Hansen... Oh, how's it going, Base Taste? I didn't even see you over there. Did you guys know that Chris Hansen has to have a immigration officer with him because of how many illegals are pedos? It's disgusting. If your culture allows for the marriage of a 35-year-old to a 12-year-old, you don't need to be in this country. That's all there is to that. You need to go back. You need to stay wherever the hell you're at, because hell no. Hell no.
Citizens would get a decade in prison for. But what's even more infuriating is their police complains about the commentary and the significant spread of misinformation, so avoid harmful speculation. So when I see stories about the murderer's mother getting found guilty for assisting the killer, there's links to the police's official website regarding the sentencing, to which apparently Americans are blocked from seeing, as I think Europe can't handle anybody with the powers of free speech to know exactly what went down over there. As over a year ago, when all those kids got slashed at the Taylor Swift dance party, UK authorities responded by trying to come after Americans for talking about it, which just means they see regular citizens as just an acceptable sacrifice to pushing through this narrative. Kids can't carry kitchen knives when adult predators assault them. Women can't even carry pepper spray. But when our preferential friends falsely frame you as a racist to get the police
you can guarantee your ass that the cops are going to handcuff you and let you bleed and choke on your own blood, so that way they don't get called racist. You better guarantee you could count on that.
Assist them in murdering you, they'll bury that story.
Yep.
Not only to hide their hypocrisy, but their complacency when it inevitably happens again. So if you appreciate my insights, sometimes light-hearted commentary on the tragic status that is today's...
W decoy, hell yeah, decoy.
Again, this is personal. Amazon just canceled the revival of the most popular TV shows because he's having a little bit of a melty. Is that right?
I'm dying.
He's dying.
Monterey.
What is this? Is this?
What the fuck are you wearing? Nothing, bro. Like, I love rainbows. I like fan.
Okay, yeah, we'll keep this as well.
Becerra 28, Steyer 26.
He's dying.
Hilton 23, first decent result for Steyer.
It doesn't look very good for all of the Hezbollah supporting terrorist activists that live here in America. California's doing pretty all right right now, huh?
Oliver Mott getting cooked. Yeah, I mean, look at the fucking top line.
Yeah.
Look at the goddamn top line. Of course,
Republicans stay winning. It's because people don't want to vote for race communists. They don't want to vote for Hamas.
That's right. That's right. They don't. People are tired of being called racist whenever they're calling things out, or Nazis or fascists. That's right.
Vote for drug addicts running around in the street with knives.
And not to mention them sitting there in front of schools and just, showing their wieners to everybody.
They
Nobody
don't want
wants
to vote
deal with
for
that
people
anymore.
literally shitting in the streets. They don't want to vote for crazy homeless people. Average people are tired of that. This isn't even
it's just like gaming. If they had stayed out of gaming, we wouldn't be where we're at with Trump. Trump promised that he'd get rid of the DEI woke programs in the government, and he did it. Like, now that it's affecting everyday hardworking Americans, they can't drive to where they need to go. They can't do what they need to do. Prices are skyrocketing because of the immigrants being here. It's forcing people to have a change of mindset because it's affecting them. It is. It's affecting them. Prices are skyrocketing. No one can afford a freaking house. Living conditions are terrible. There's freaking homeless people popping up around the schools where they're like getting kids are getting flashed by these disgusting homeless people. There's drugs everywhere. They're tired of it. Houses are burning down. Like,
politics thing anymore. It's just about civilization.
Mm-hmm.
This isn't civilization. It's a third world managed decline. And I think that people in California are tired of it. I think people all over America are tired of it.
Yeah.
It's Oliver Moss
he's
getting
absolutely
cooked.
right.
Everyone's a fucking reactionary in this goddamn state,
It's a
bro.
reactionary. Yeah, well then maybe you should think about why they're reacting that way. Why is that?
California is literally a red state.
He hates.
Okay, obviously.
Well then, okay, so that's a really great. Admission. Okay, so I think that based off of that, California should have more electoral votes that are representative of the population there. I think they should have more red districts and more ways to get votes that way. I think that's a great.
Trump inherently can't help out the homeless problem. You know what can? Getting people in your state that are going to put them in jail or send them to an institution, just like Trump did to DC. DC's is so clean now. It looks amazing. They even restored a statue in DC thanks to Trump. He showed that if you're willing to put them either in jail or in an institution where they can seek medical treatment, they can get off the street. That's what you do. Get them off the street.
No, I think he's right about this. That's a great idea. And also what Hassan is going to realize is that actually everywhere in the country is a red place. There's only a few places that actually support Hamas, race communism, and drug dealers, and infinite Somalians. Most places don't like that.
See, it's a red mirage.
Well, they especially don't like it whenever they're advocating for anti-American culture and, actively going out and hurting people and not facing any actual punishment for it, because the government that allowed them to mass immigrate is handing them effectively the American dream, not actually having to work hard for it. Yeah, it tends to happen whenever you do that. It's called preferential treatment, and they can take their preferential treatment and hike it back to wherever the fuck they live.
Still.
It's
we just got LA. We just got LA mayor. I am told we got. Oh my gosh! Remember, I said we would get a gigantic batch.
Y'all ain't seen it.
Look
Blown
at that.
the fuck out. Blown out. Finished, done, yeeted, and deleted. See ya, bitch. Thank God.
That's right.
He did the
Come
face.
on, Pratt.
All at once.
What?
And we just
Oh,
did.
bro, he gonna fall over?
Take you through this. About 40% of the vote, of all the votes that are
That's
going to be
right.
cast, just got released here.
They go to the state because they're allowed to be homeless there. Duh. And then I get it. Some people don't want to get a job. Okay, well, if you don't want to get a job and, get off of the streets, then you could choose to go to jail or you could choose to get off the drugs and go into a rehab. What? You don't have any drugs in your system? Well, then I guess you're going to jail. I mean,
about vote by mail.
Yes, remember he had that bitch on his stream? Yes, what you get.
Again, that arrived by election day.
Maybe you shouldn't have been trying to. You know, Hassan really should be blaming himself for this.
Well, yeah, because he had her on his stream and he kept talking about frickin' Hezbollah and the sand wars that are going on in the Middle East. Bro, what's going to affect? Why would you talk to a mayoral candidate about the sand wars going on in what does he keep talking? Palestine, bro. We're not in Palestine. We're in America. You with a mayoral candidate. What is going to affect Californians? Like, come on, bro. What are you doing?
You had this woman on to be part of the LA mayor, and you spend all this time talking about Palestine. What the fuck does she have to do with Palestine?
Exactly.
The fuck does the LA mayor have to do with Palestine or Israel? Who cares what the fuck's going on over there? Fix the roads. Fix the streets. So really, he should be blaming himself for poisoning the well with this woman by, radicalizing his, like terrorist supporter audience of people.
I think instead of busing in a bunch of immigrants, we could instead, illegals and immigrants, I guess, and allowing these people to come from a foreign country and go through our education system for free. What we could do is set up more programs that allow people who just need skill sets that want to actually hold down a job that don't have drugs in their system to go through programs that will, drug test them, put them in a house. Like you could have programs in place where, hey, we'll give you this house, got to stay clean. We're going to do drug testing every month or every couple weeks or however long we want, right? And what you do is you will also not only get a place to stay, not a house, you'll get a place to stay, like an apartment, a one-bedroom apartment. We'll check up on you once a week to make sure you're not running that bitch into the ground. We're also going to put you through college or some form of, like plumber, electrical, trade school, something like that. We're gonna make sure that you maintain that. We want to see, there are programs that exist that could exist like this if we're not hemorrhaging all our money to pulling over people from overseas and giving them education and all of this other shit. There's plenty of money that's being hemorrhaged towards dog shit. We could do this. We could. That
she's not with the global jihad.
We can take that $200 billion that we're sending to Africa, so that way, the African country that is threatening the people we're sending over that are trying to treat the Ebola and burning down the science facilities there that are trying to come up with a cure for it. We can just stop giving them money and bring all our scientists here, and we can just use that $200 billion to, give that to homeless people to actually get them off the streets and make programs that are actually being funded the correct way that will get them into jobs that they need. I mean,
that's what you get. It's his fault. He did this. That's why he's trying to stay off the screen, because he knows it. He doesn't want to take credit.
a lot of these programs already exist. But whenever you look at a state like California that's taken all the money that was supposed to be going towards fire relief efforts of people's houses that got burnt down, and they're taking it and giving it to people that are in jail, well, at what point do you blame the president? Where does the buck stop?
Some of this might have arrived a while ago.
Is that a Labubu?
The type of vote.
It's done.
That Nancy Pelosi endorsement cooked it. All right, Megaphonics is banned. California is done.
We should be thanking Hassan. Honestly, we should be thanking Hassan, because the more that Hassan is being endorsed by Democratic candidates and people understand what kind of person Hassan is, being the anti-American, pro-communism person that he is, and pro-terrorist by backing Hezbollah, like, you can really, you really got to hand it to him, because he's single-handedly making sure by backing any of these candidates that they won't get elected. It's a good thing.
California's over for me. Megaphonics, you're banned. With 37% of the votes.
Man.
Shortcut Chakrabarty is not even close to second position. Connie Chan is at 28%. Scott Wiener at 43%. Chudafornia
By the
is
way,
real.
don't forget to like the channel, guys. Don't forget to like on the stream. WW chat. If you're new here, sub to the channel. Hit like on the stream. Here every day. Check out those bits. Check out those dollars. Check out those donos. You know what I'm saying? Every little bit helps. Just showing up helps, dude. Just showing up every day. I'm here every day, 8 a.m. to 11:30 a.m. Central Time. I haven't said that at all.
California is real. Megaphonics.
Chudafornia. Boys, we are chudding out.
Chudafornia.
This is the age of the chud. We are we're going to take this word back like the N-word. This is now our word.
That's right.
We are chudding out. We are chuds together. We're all in this. And it's a global cultural movement. The chudification.
He's not even posting in the chat because he's probably at the Shoykot party right now. God bless you.
That I moved out 8 years ago. Or like they got old everywhere. Actually, I don't want to fund a bunch of homeless people. Actually, no, I don't want to pay for breast reduction or, well, especially that. But I actually meant breast implant surgery.
Oh, that's right. Yeah, didn't you guys know that if you live in California, you pay for transgender males to get boobies? So, or transgender females to get boobies? I don't know how that shit works, but you pay for men to get breasts with your taxpayer dollars, you know? Isn't that fun? Doesn't it make your heart just, doesn't it make you feel all warm and fuzzy inside to know that you have your money ripped away from you every single paycheck, just to have it sent over to the federal government, and the federal government give it to a place like California so that way you can pay for some dude's breast implants? Doesn't that just make you feel all warm and toasty inside?
For transsexuals. Like, I don't want to pay for that.
Chudafornia. Javier Becerra finally arrives at the first place position. Steve Hilton is second place. A close second, though.
Man.
Incredibly bad results.
That's right.
So far. Hopefully
it's not even, it hasn't even begun. It hasn't even begun. Like, whenever I'm telling...
I'm not going to lie. I don't think Chris Pratt is going to pull in enough votes to win. I don't think LA is bad enough yet. I just don't know, man. I don't know. It's going to be close, but I don't know. I don't know.
You guys, like, it is going to get so much worse for these people.
How is it looking now? Do we have any updates of it? Who is currently winning in the mayoral election in California? I don't think they're ready for it yet, you know? It looks like Mayor Bass won anyway, yeah. Barely. She won with 183,000 votes. Chris Pratt, I'm almost fairly certain is going to lose if he hasn't already. I think it might already be done, right? Is this done already? Is the mayoral election over with for Is the mayoral election over with for California? The election results in the Bay Area, California, San Francisco, California. The race that Karen Bass doesn't benefit. Only 23% of voter turnout. About 7,700 ballots were processed in Los Angeles County Wednesday. I don't know if it's still going on or not. No one's giving me any answers. No,
because I think more and more people now are straight up calling them out on the fact that they are literal.
Well, you have to keep in mind that in California, the individual city halls are giving out fistfuls of cigarettes and alcohol from all of the media that I've seen, I'm not going to make any allegations. They're getting voter registration forms from homeless people. The people that had their houses burned down most likely moved out of California. The mass influx of immigrants that are in California that are most likely all voting for Bass. You have to keep that in mind, that there is a good chance that California has effectively been colonized. Between the mass homelessness, the people that have practically fled the state, the defunding of the police that led to more of the police that are now working out of state, like it's all done in a way to make people leave. Businesses are leaving because they can't make any money and their police aren't protecting them. Joblessness is everywhere and rampant. It's all done categorically to maintain dominance in the state.
Communist race jihadis. That's what they are. And I think people are tired of seeing it. They're tired of dealing with it. They don't want to have it in the country. And I don't blame them. I'm one of them. I'm tired of it.
Fucking turns around somehow. But LA Citywide shows that you put fucking weak Democrats,
you
put weak establishment Democrats, and you have strong Republican opposition.
Yeah.
VIP him so he can come home to something positive. He tried his best. Okay, that's actually true. I do feel bad. Look, I'm gonna be honest with you. What this shows me is for the LA mayoral race. What this shows me is Los Angelinos want someone to kill homeless people. Like,
and there it is. This is the reason why your candidate didn't win. You guys can't not talk about death and violence. That nobody is killing homeless people. Nobody is killing these illegals whenever they're being deported. Oh, but they're disappearing. No, they're not. They're not. They're being sent back to where they came from because they're here illegally. They're breaking the law. It's time for them to go back. They had a good run. You have to go back. You can't stay here. You got to go home. It's time for you to go home.
That's why you're losing. That's exactly why you're losing. Is that you refuse to engage with any substantive argument about, like, what is the actual problem? And also, by the way, what happens whenever people just say, yeah, that's exactly what we want? Like, this emotional, like, manipulation argument only works inside of a realm where you're not able to just...
And you know why? It's because if you talk to every single average person, you hear the thought, well, they're killing all the illegals by getting them removed. And then you think to yourself, no, they're not. They're being deported. That's what's happening. You go to the facility. If you go there and act like a civil human being, they might even walk you around the facility. If you're just like, hey, I want to see what you guys do on a daily basis. I mean, Tyler Oliviero was on ground zero riding around with the ICE agents, capturing illegals. Like, if you just show up like a civil human being, they'll probably walk you around the facility and show you what they do on a daily basis. Like, everybody knows that they're not being killed. They're just being sent back. Like, it's this mentality that you're trying to instill in people, but every sane person that lives in America, which is the majority, knows what's going on. And you're not convincing anybody by saying that they're gonna kill homeless people. That's no. Just no. No. Just no.
Literally say that. Like, if it was up to me, what would I do? I just round them all up and say you either go to rehab or you go to jail.
Exactly.
Like, that's it. If you're out on the street, do you want to go to rehab or do you want to go to jail? And maybe have like a homeless shelter that the non-drug, not paid by the Republicans. He might be getting paid. Very good thing. Should disenfranchise all of them, in my opinion.
Oh, really? Well, maybe he sucks. Well, does he suck more than the other person, though?
They are an invasive species. I am so glad the Democrats are realizing that. And the case of homo-fascism.
Even if you're a billionaire, it's difficult for any fucking socialist to self-respect, socialist, self-respecting progressive to be like, okay, yeah, that's my guy. But if there was something that he could have put out there that would have...
some other, it's all about optics. None of this is, by the way, none of this is about like what he wanted to do. None of this is about like a policy. It's just about like, well, this is what people would think. And he force her because of a foreign conflict on the other side.
For like, yeah, and they're stealing good American jobs, yeah? How many fucking British people play
foreign identity politics and foreign wars and the outcomes of those foreign wars into our domestic politics, and you are willing to...
Brother,
this seems
absolutely
like a good
love when Republicans win elections. As long as there's no, like, left winning elections, like...
Yeah, bro. Yeah, that's what you get. That's what you get. Maybe you shouldn't have done it. Maybe you shouldn't have bullied people off of platforms. Maybe you shouldn't have made this cancel culture nonsense slop. Maybe you shouldn't have pushed your bullshit. Like, me sitting here saying this stuff 3 years ago would have gotten me banned off of YouTube. And even now, I have to tiptoe around some of these idiots that are on YouTube that are still banning people biasly. Even now, you still have to be careful. They practically did the same thing to Tectone. Like, that's what you get. You want to sit here and ban people out of the deplatform people and be surprised whenever and then like you it's not even just online. Like, how many of these game developers have lost their livelihoods because they saw what was happening to a game they were developing and they were like, I don't think we should do this because it doesn't really fit with our core audience that we need to sell the game to. And then they lose their job. Like, how many more times does this have to happen before people are just done with it? They're just done with it. You know what I'm saying? Like,
brother. You have identified me as your enemy, okay?
You are their enemy. You're an invasive species of people that have...
And then they want to cry and bitch and complain about freedom of speech when they're threatening police, and it's like, but where was that freedom of speech when you had a counter, whenever the people that were being deplatformed and losing their livelihoods from their jobs tried to bring this issue to you of like, well, maybe we shouldn't make a trans character because it might not appeal to the mostly masculine male audience that is out there. Where was your sympathy then?
Come into American politics.
This is all a result of piss poor planning and forced narrative. This is what you get.
And you have tried to interject foreign identity politics and foreign wars and the outcomes of those foreign wars into our domestic politics, and you are willing to crash the entire Democratic Party ticket if they don't say the magic words about the foreign war that's on the other side of the world. You have invaded the Democratic Party. You have else to live for. They got all this enjoyment watching you getting mad.
Saying that. I'm not saying that.
Sure you're not.
Would never. I would someone like myself in this community and
a good example of this is now no companies are really celebrating trans month or, you know, LGBT month or whatever it's called, right? Pride month, that's it, Pride.
Nothing, bro. Like, I love rainbows.
Remember, guys, remember, guys, if you serve our country and you end up maybe losing your life on the battlefield, you get a weekend, but if you guys had sucked each other's dick, you'd have gotten a whole month.
I like rainbows.
Remember that.
Why? Is there something you don't like about it? Is this cultural appropriation? Yeah, it is. So gaming studios have stopped putting pride flags on their avatars. Let's look at all of the gaming studios, and we're going to find out if they've done it or not.
Well, like, ever since I haven't worked at Walmart in a minute, right? But I noticed that every year at Walmart, the pride stuff, the table, let me rephrase that. It used to be a section in the clothing department, and it slowly shrank to a table. Like, it's just like a lot of these companies would celebrate like white racism if they knew they could turn a profit on it. They don't care. They have no morals. Their narrative is to make as much money as humanly possible.
No gay. Bungie. No gay. Zero gay. Blizzard. No gay.
Yeah, exactly.
It's over, guys. Ubisoft. Gay is over. All right, Twitch. Twitch is gay. Not because of Pride Month, but they've just been gay for like 10 years. EA, okay. No gay. No gay. Nothing's about gay. Apple. No gay. Google. I think that's just the normal rainbow. That's not the gay rainbow. Riot Games. No gay. World of Warcraft. No gay. No gay. Zero.
You know why? Because a lot of these companies have tried to cater to this, what they thought was a big audience, by forcing it down the throats of every gamer. And now people are just so desensitized and they don't care. They don't want to see it. They don't want anything to do with it. And these companies are going to lose money the more they try to push it. And they know it now. They know it every time one of these studios' stocks plummet to basically nothing.
Gay. No
Whenever
gay.
they release
No
a game, like...
More gay. Destiny. Let's try Destiny. Destiny. No gay. No gay. Sony. No gay. No gay. Gay is over for Sony. Halo? Is it Halo or Galo? It's Galo. Right. Xbox, okay. No gay. League of Legends was gay last year, but no more. This is last. Disney, no change. Target, no change. Starbucks. Even Starbucks roached out on the gays? Oh, League of Legends. Okay, League of Legends. Gay this year.
Nope.
Halo? Nope, no change. Oh, wait, no, they did do a gay pride. It's just a new way for them to... That's been paying attention to this, they never cared about you. They would be completely okay with you being executed and thrown off a bridge for being gay, as long as you bought their shirt before they threw you off the bridge.
Exactly. Bonus round. Last night they voted in California, and every singular of the candidates Hassan-backed lost.
It's just fucking rich liberals who just want homo fascism.
This story, by the way, this is the fucking, like, what do you call it? Henry Nowak story, right? This story has 1.3 million posts about it right now. I don't know if this is new today. Thousands. Wait, this is all Southampton police. Oh my God.
I don't know if the riots are still going on in the UK.
Wow. Protests signal threat and signal danger to the government. Nobody here is going to be violent.
Yo, $2. Budweiser effect. Yeah, it is. That's exactly what it is. Some of y'all might not know that, but Budweiser did that as well. They tried, was it like a trans person they were trying to back or something like that? It was something weird, right? And they lost sales like crazy. They hemorrhaged money. And they had to walk back their statements.
Tests generally are not violent. If you want to look at like
it doesn't work. And these companies are finally being put in their damn place where they belong. And it took long enough. It's taken long enough.
Why were protests back in the day really scary for the government?
Because whenever people showed up for a protest and you had a kingdom, 9 times out of 10, they were there to kill you. Even if you tried to step out of the position, it was already too late.
It's because the people were there with pitchforks.
Yeah, they were trying to kill you.
It's because they were there with torches.
Yeah.
It's because they were there with spears. And they were going to literally kill you. Now, protests are just... These protests come with a nuance to an individual. How did I contradict myself? Something happens, I do, but other posts that he made... yeah, here we go. This is nuts. For those mainly Pakistani men who have inflicted the very worst pain imaginable on innocent...
Oh, this is Rupert Lowe. Oh, dude. So for the... Okay, I want to read this. This is Rupert Lowe. He is part of Restore Britain. For those mainly Pakistani men who have inflicted the very worst pain imaginable on innocent British children, please know this. There will come a day when the power of the British state that canceled your, I don't even know what the fuck that word is. Atrocipus? Crimes? His mouse thing is it tross? I'm gonna say atrocities. And your atrocitus crimes For so very long I turn against you. I will be swift, it will be brutal, it will be severe, because if Restore Britain gets a sniff of power, there will be a reckoning, I promise you that. We will show you the same mercy you showed our girls. Your race or religion will not protect you any longer. A message will be sent that is heard right across the world. If you rape our children, you will pay for it, and you will pay for it with your life, with everything. That is what Restore Britain will do. Why isn't Restore Rupert Lowe? Why isn't Rupert Lowe Restore America? Why isn't he Restore America?
British children, please know this. There will come a day when the power of the British state that concealed your atrocious crimes for so very long is turned against you. The government will eradicate DEI. I mean, I'm entirely uninterested in making exemptions for un-British religious practices. What would Restore Britain do? Halal slaughter banned, the Kirpan banned, kosher slaughter banned, the burqa banned. This
All
is
of it banned.
Britain.
Damn, that's right.
Nope, no more.
No more.
Done,
That's
bro.
it.
They do this, I might have to move, bro. Like, this is
big surprise. All you have to do is flip the switch. You just turn it off. Just don't do it.
Some crazy ass shit.
Mm-hmm.
They're really thinking about it in a whole different way. Oh my God. Don't forget the Polish minister. I like him too. He's good. That's just sane. Yeah, I mean, this is just insane, man. And all will be equal. Un-British religious practices will not be tolerated or accepted. Yeah, it's just not even a question. So we must remove the third world migrants who put their clan above all else, including the rule of British.
If you come to America and you're not willing to fight and die for the country, you need to go back. Period. Like, if your country, like if Somalia starts invading America and you end up killing Americans or you're not fighting for the country, you need to take your ass back to where you came from. That's not assimilation, that's an invasion.
That's exactly what I said. If that means all clans must be deported, entire clans are deported, then that is what must happen. Right? So if they take office
in the mum's basement, I like that one. That's a good one. Do you have anything to add to this conversation? Thanks for the obvious advice. There's the dude sitting in his mom's basement. Do you have anything to add? Do you have anything you want to say before I permaban you? Because my mom's dead and there's no basements in Houston, Texas. So do you have anything to add other than the fact that you know nothing and you're acting like you're talking about something you know something about? It doesn't seem like I'll give you like a couple more seconds. You're wasting electricity. No, nothing? Okay, cool. Oh, no. Do you have a job? What? Yeah. I do have a job. I'm a YouTuber. Before this, I was part of the fire department. You know, I actually went around and saved people's lives in the community, fought fires. I was making like $60K a year. It's a great job. I'd recommend it. But what does me having a job have to do with my ability to talk about this? Like, do you have a job? Do you have anything to do? So no job. Is this supposed to be like an insult? You know, YouTubing is a job, right? Maybe you're just too illiterate and ignorant to understand that, but like, YouTube is a job. I make money off of it and I pay taxes. It's this thing that you might not be doing because you might be the one living in mom's basement. I don't know. Nah. Okay, I'm just gonna ban you because you're retarded. You have the right to remain retarded. Anything you can and will say against you will be held against you in the court of retardation. So goodbye. Have fun, dumbass.
This dude dies.
Exactly. There's not a world where this dude doesn't get publicly executed. Except for in a world where they want to call us racist. I'm sorry, dude. Fuck no. No.
Wow. What a campaign promise. We're just gonna fucking kill him.
Exactly.
Oh my God. And
that absolutely is a terrorist. This individual is a terrorist. Whenever you go to a different country and you refuse to assimilate with the culture and then you go around and kill people in that culture that you've moved to, you're effectively a terrorist. There's no excuse for it. The fact that this fucker only got 20 years in jail is ridiculous. I don't understand the mentality behind
finally
this,
we
bro.
get
Like,
somebody that's taking these things seriously. Holy shit, how long in this dude that took over Constantinople?
And GOAT trophy for the 1,000 jewels by Daniel. Daniel.
He did
like
it
and sub. Sub to the channel. We're here every day, 8 a.m. to 11:30 a.m. Central Time, live right here every day.
Dead, rotting fucking bodies. He literally sent in lepers to an. You see, like a base pope would make him a saint. It would. People might not want to hear that. Yeah, let me pull some of this stuff up. I don't want to spend. Remove them. It's not up to me to decide. Says the way he said, oh, well, it's not because of this, we need to ban knife crime. He is the reason. If everybody voted like him, more Henrys happen. If more people voted like the way I'm saying, or the way even Nigel Farage, but really Rupert Lowe saying, more Henrys wouldn't happen. I have no sympathy for them. I don't really like feel bad for them, because if you can have your own family member, your own son be killed, and you're still so ideologically and, you know, like optically.
That's what got me whenever the dad gave the statement as well over his son being stabbed, as he tried to mold it around a stabbing or like the knife instead of the person holding the knife. I'm sorry, but if you mass import a bunch of terrorists into a country and it's their religious right to hold AKs and they start killing people, it's not the AK's fault. Like,
cucked that you can't call out what's clearly happening,
yeah, exactly.
Then I don't really care. It doesn't matter, because it's much bigger than you. This, like, Henry wasn't the first person, and he won't be the last person.
He won't be the last either. As long as they're allowed to sit here and do this, he won't be the last. There will be more. I guarantee you.
He's just simply this person. I know it sounds pretty harsh.
X everything. And you had no response, man. No response whatsoever.
That's a bad.
I think he's getting crazy.
At least 9 times he couldn't breathe. It's like, this is that his sword?
Oh, this must be the other incident. So this guy's had like 2 run-ins. So he got out, got his sword, and threatened somebody, and he also went to some place and stole a whole bunch of knives prior to this. So like
you should be able to do that. The thing that
I just don't. I don't get how them continue. Like, their narrative
completely
is
agree with
just
them about
falling
this.
apart, bro. Their narrative is just over. The narrative.
If
of,
you thought the
well, you're a white supremacist. How fucking dare you question anybody else? Fuck you. Enjoy getting yeeted and deleted out of the country, idiots. Rip bozo. I don't understand how we've allowed it to get this bad, guys. I just don't get it. Boom. Let's see what Fox has. Here we go. With Talib accused of siding with terrorists. Yeah, big surprise.
All right, chaos erupting on the House floor yesterday after Republican Congressman Max Miller of Ohio accused Michigan Congresswoman Rashida Tlaib of advocating for terrorism.
So Chief Congressional Correspondent Chad Pergram is live in the Capitol with the details. Hey, Chad.
Good morning, guys. It was a debate over war powers and Lebanon. That's when a verbal fracas erupted.
I feel like what they should do is, if you're a congressman, man or woman, and somebody alleges that you have advocated for terrorism, they should take both of you, the accuser and the person that's being accused. They should immediately debank you. Well, I mean, like, not necessarily debank, not make it to where they can't service you as a person at your bank, but they should comb through your entire history, your records, Both of them, by the way. And they should find any ties back to foreign countries, and if they do, they should immediately be brought up on the charges. They should be tried, and then if they are found guilty, they should be charged to capital punishment.
Ohio Republican Max
Treason.
Miller accused Michigan Democrat Rashida
That's what should happen.
Tlaib of siding with terrorists. Tlaib is Palestinian American and often opposes Israel.
Hezbollah is a terrorist organization from the gentlelady from Michigan, and its members are butchers that you like to, hang out with to a certain extent. No nation can be fully sovereign when an armed group operates outside the authority of its elected. Oh, I'm sorry. Are we getting a little emotional?
Gentlemen will suspend.
Tlaib is one of the most controversial members of Congress. She yelled.
No, it ain't. You know who it is? Ilhan Omar.
Miller, accusing him of attacking her character. But Miller dialed it up a notch and chided Tlaib.
I certainly believe you advocate for them, yes. You advocate for terrorists on a daily basis.
The House will be in order.
Tlaib exploded. House rules bar members from impugning the motives of fellow lawmakers. The House decided that Miller violated the rules and was out of order. Miller refused to apologize.
Yeah, he shouldn't. Say it like it is, brother. Keep saying it like it is. Stop bending the knee to these people that are trying to take over the country. Absolutely. Say it like it is.
The gentleman from Ohio.
They would do the same to you.
Not speak for the remainder of the day.
Very good. I recognize myself for as much time as I may consume.
Gentleman is recognized for a further 20 minutes.
Going to deliver a message from
That's right, big dog. Keep saying it.
Miller of Ohio. Yes, I said it. I own it, and I stand by it.
Thank you. Bro, if you're going to advocate for terrorism, at least own that shit. Own it, baby. Stop being a bunch of cowards. If you call somebody a terrorist advocator, own that shit. Say it. Say it with your chest. Stop pussyfooting around. Enough is enough.
And I'd like to submit this for the record.
Now, Miller could have continued had he withdrawn the offending remarks. House Foreign Affairs Committee Chairman Brian Mast tried to...
If it's false, then take him to court, so that way we can all see. If it's defamation, take him to court. Take him to court. Do it. Show the world what kind of person you are.
Into the record articles about Tlaib and terrorists, but Tlaib objected. Guys, back to you.
Be sure to like and subscribe for all.
You take somebody to court for defamation, you have to prove that you didn't advocate for terrorism. I certainly hope that she has that ability. Surely she will, because, you know. Oh, man, here we go. Marco Rubio?
All right, Secretary of State Marco Rubio testifying on Capitol Hill in front of the House Foreign Affairs Committee. The secretary pushing back on Democrats for turning the hearing into an absolute mockery. Listen to this.
It seems like you have an issue admitting facts. You won't admit President Trump is losing this reckless war of choice. And just like you couldn't admit that...
How is he losing it? How is he... How is Trump losing the war? He's completely decimated Iran militarily. They have no military. They have no navy. You might as well have just said the world is flat, dude. Like, what are you fucking on about? They don't have shit. They're cooked.
The shoes the president bought you were too big.
We're talking about shoes. Are you guys kidding me? I mean, is this the...
I want to see how Marco Rubio cooks these idiots, because this is not going to be anything like... I guarantee you they tried to pick at somebody and they didn't realize how tight the cabinet was. I guarantee you the only weak person in that entire administration was Pam Bondi, and they gave that ass the boot.
Foreign Affairs Committee, or is this like a circus?
Exactly. Call it for what it fucking is. Look, it's the Council of Karens, guys. The hags have assembled.
Corruption in this
country. It's the assembly of the hags.
Then how can you call it out in another
Well, I can't say anything because you won't let me speak. Why is she leaving? I'm going to answer her questions.
I will.
Oh, she's go. Okay, I got it. Well, thank you for coming.
Joining us now to react,
senior writer for the Washington Examiner and Fox News contributor Joe Koch. I mean, Marco Rubio's a master at this, but I want to focus on the bigger issue here, which I think is a huge problem. These Democrats come off as completely unserious, Joe, and ignorant to the facts, as well as unwilling to learn and educate themselves on reality. Combine all that, that's a bad combo, Joe.
Oh, absolutely, Todd. I mean, you see these Democrats, they come into these hearings, right, in an attempt to make clips of themselves yelling at somebody like Marco Rubio, the Secretary of State, with pre-written notes. You notice how they're always looking down, reading something probably written by their staffers so they could take those clips and put it up on TikTok, social media, and...
That's exactly what they do. They take them out of context, too. They take them out of context to make the narrative look good, but really they're getting decimated, just like Iran. Like, they're being completely decimated. That's why the entire country is blood red with Republican support. I don't understand how... I didn't think I'd ever see the day where America would come together against a sole cause like this. It's kind of a beautiful thing
to have no
see.
interest, to your point, of actually getting to anything resembling the truth, but only to simply draw attention to themselves.
Well, no, yeah, that's all they want to do. They don't want to actually answer and ask questions. They just want to stir up a shit show so that way they can get clicks and views. So hopefully more people will, follow their ridiculous narrative. But if you listen to what any of them say, they're fucking crazy. They're batshit crazy.
And then fundraise off of it. And therefore, to Marco Rubio's complete and total just what is going on here type of attitude, these hearings are the biggest waste of time in politics.
They are.
In the social media area for that reason, because truth isn't the goal. TikTok is the goal.
Yeah, it is.
And I think
if they wanted truth, there'd be something behind this, but there never is.
Even Rubio
they were able to fish whenever Pam Bondi was in there. They were able to fish the emotions out of her, but it doesn't work here. It won't work with a guy, and it definitely won't work with a guy that knows what the hell he's doing. It's not going to work.
I did say that this is your whole point. This is why you're just yelling at me right now. I think that in the end, Rubio looked like the adult in the room while the Democrats asking these questions where one couldn't even stay to listen to the answers because that isn't what she was interested in. They looked like...
I bet he would have broke the entire thing if he had said, can any of you tell me what a man is? Or what's a woman? Tell me what a woman is.
The children.
Yeah, and Joe, that's not all. Elsewhere on Capitol Hill, here's a portion of DHS Secretary Mark Wayne Mullins' day.
Oh, yeah. We covered that law. The law that literally violates the First Amendment of the freedom of press. Yeah, I've talked about that law. Sure have.
When will you stop DHS from using its social media accounts to spread bigoted and racist words and imagery promoting great replacement theory?
It's interesting how you make those claims and give no facts, but yet your party's the one that's supporting the guy that's got a Nazi tattoo.
I have the facts.
Oh, shit! Oh, fuck! Yeah, damn! Bro, he just laid it out, too. He just fucking said it. Oh!
To spread bigoted and racist words and imagery promoting great replacement theory.
It's interesting how you make those claims and give no facts, but yet your party's the one that's supporting the guy that's got a Nazi tattoo.
I have the facts.
This is the reason why they're being completely fucking decimated, too. The hypocrisy is so blatantly there. It's not even, they can't even hide it anymore. It's crazy. It's crazy,
Congressman
bro.
Al Green also told Secretary Mullen to shut up after calling him a racist. And there were real points of substance in this hearing where Secretary Mullen said that a border wall is going to be finished from the Pacific Ocean all the way to the Gulf of America at this time next year. Unfortunately, and this could be the point, that these moments that we're highlighting are what get all the attention.
That's the thing, right? That should be a very, very big story, that the wall would be finished in that fashion.
I'm sorry, but you can't import a race of people into America, not expect them to assimilate and follow the laws and kill Americans and replace them in job places, and not expect a bunch of the Americans that live here to say something about it and then call them racists whenever they do. That narrative is falling apart, so go fuck yourself. It has. Especially whenever you literally advocate for people like Hassan Piker. And this, I think I know who they're talking about, is somebody that was trying to run for office that had a Nazi tattoo on his chest. Like, you're advocating for anti-American terrorists. Like some of these people are pro-communist, pro like terrorism. They don't give a shit about the average American. If they could just kill you and get away with it, they would. What they're doing is not racist. What they're doing is making sure that they could preserve every American that has earned their right to not be stabbed in the fucking chest with a dude like a Sikh carrying a knife. Okay, that's what they're trying to do.
And all we're seeing,
and it's so blatantly obvious
of what we just saw now. And then Al Green calling Markwayne Mullin a racist, and then Markwayne Mullin defending himself, saying, "Do you just call me a racist?" And then Al Green didn't tell him to shut up just once, but shut up 5 times, right? And the irony is that Markwayne Mullin is a Cherokee, right? So I don't know. That's just unbelievable stuff here. But again, this is just one big show.
Well, my favorite thing that absolutely decimated this whole "they're like the Gestapo" thing was whenever they had actual Holocaust survivors talking about it. That shit blew my mind. I was like, oh, thank God, Holocaust survivors are finally talking about it. Like, they were like, yeah, these dumbasses that are down here saying that ICE is the Gestapo don't even know what the fuck they're talking about. So it's like, well, no shit. No, everyone knew that, but it's sad that you have to find the one Holocaust survivor in practically the entire freaking world to say that these people are just stupid. It's obvious they were never the Gestapo. ICE is not the Gestapo. ICE is doing a phenomenal job for this country, and every one of those guys need to make sure that they stay safe out there. You know what I'm saying? Because, like, the crazies are everywhere.
At this point, and it's good that a Markwayne Mullin or a Marco Rubio usually comes in and fires back like he did about Graham Plattner, and obviously supporting the guy with the Nazi tattoo. So in the end, whether it's Markwayne Mullin or Marco Rubio, I should say, if he's the Republican nominee, just imagine him debating Kamala Harris or AOC for that matter, if they're the nominees. It would be like, just to date myself, that 1988 bout between Mike Tyson and Michael Spinks where it was over in 91 seconds. That's how badly that would
go. I think what they should do is they should go through every sitting Congress member and they should look at their bank statements. And I'm sure they're going to find some sketchy shit in there. But what they should be aiming for is getting rid of anybody that's in the Senate that has ties back to foreign countries. That's what their goal should be, to figure out who, like, you know that there are Congress members that are in there, Senate members that are obviously shams. They're in there because they're trying to push a different narrative than what is good for the country, obviously. They need to find them, and they need to put them in jail and give them treason with capital punishment. This is ridiculous.
The good news on the Al Green front,
you would clean this up in a matter of days.
Permanently silenced in a political sense because the voters said you're out. Joe Concha, he is in, and we're going to leave him in, and we appreciate it as always,
Thank you, Joe.
Thank you.
Democrats on several unexpected topics, including this moment about shoes.
Just like you won't admit President Trump is losing this reckless war of choice, and just like you couldn't admit that the shoes the president bought you were too big.
I don't know what shoes she's talking about. What is she talking about? I don't know about the shoes. I mean, he gave me some Florsheim shoes. They're actually pretty good. They fit fine. I don't know what she's talking about. And maybe that's what she's referring to.
Your shoes look very nice today, Mr. Secretary.
Well, how can you see them? They're way down here.
Yeah, why are you looking down there, bro? Dude, this guy in the backdrop has been laughing so much. Like, it's funny whenever you see other people in these guys look young. Holy shit. These guys look so young.
We're talking about shoes. Are you guys kidding me? I mean, is this the Foreign Affairs Committee or is this like a circus?
No, it's the Council of Karens. It might as well be the circus.
A senior foreign policy correspondent Jillian Turner
waste of time.
The House Democrats on this panel certainly took.
Don't you just love knowing that your money is going towards a group of people that are sitting up on a pedestal, calling people racist that are trying to fix the country and talking about their shoes? Don't you just love it?
Than their Senate colleagues did with the secretary yesterday. But Rubio, for his part, made it very clear that when it comes to his budget, leading this department, the State Department, it's very targeted and it is directed at specific foreign policy goals. Take a listen.
You personally, as a senator, supported authorizing legislation, the READ Act. How much of this
We have more better soldiers, but we can't get what we want done, so that's losing the war. So if I cut off somebody's arms and legs and they're screaming that they won't surrender, is that still losing? How the hell did you come to that conclusion? Hell, while you're at it, knock their teeth out so the only thing they can do is gum you. Like, is that still losing if they still won't surrender? Iran did lose many of its leaders, but we still can't open the strait. The strait's open. Why do you think gas prices are starting to kind of stagger downwards? That's not losing a war. You said that because we're not doing boots on the ground, we're losing the war. This isn't like the 1900s. Donald Trump doesn't need to be down there in a suit of armor with a horse to claim the land, bro. What is it? What do you think warfare is nowadays? Reported on Epstein 2004 and started the investigation. Like, I don't. Again, like, gas prices are about to go back up. How do you know that? Nobody's talked about gas prices going back up. Last time I checked, if we blow up your leader, it blow up the leaders of a foreign government, and ours is giving a press conference and making YouTube short videos, AI generated videos of how like stupid the other government is, and standing out on stage while they have to sit there and huddle in a bunker and praise cardboard cutouts. I think that we're winning that, huh? I mean, most of their navies, coral reefs, they have no military power. We were over their airspace so long we could have claimed residency in that bitch. Like, what is it that they're winning? Every time they try to attack, we just bomb the fuck out of them, and then they don't have any more toys. I don't, like, and Trump proved that he was like an environmentalist with how many new coral reefs he made out of their navy. What is it that, like I said, like, if you cut someone's arms and legs off and smash their teeth in, and they're screaming, "I'm not going to surrender," are they really winning that fight? I mean, like, let's think about this. If Iran killed Trump, do they win? No, the war would continue. But if they're winning, then why aren't they doing anything? If they're so aggro and mean and mad, then why aren't they trying to attack America? It's because they can't. They can't do anything. They can't do anything except sit there and scream like the guy with no arms, no legs, and no teeth. But somehow you want to tell me that they're winning? How'd you come to that conclusion? It's about defense for them. Remember who attacked you? Yeah, we bombed the fuck out of a bunch of schizo terrorists because they violated the uranium peace treaty. Yeah, you're right. And we do it again. That's what happens whenever you make a peace treaty and then you claim that you're going to make nukes. Yeah. You get attacked. That's what happens to you. Violate a peace treaty, get fucked. Canceled the deal. No, they were trying to send people in from the AIEA, but they wouldn't allow them to go in. You're so dumb, kid, and I'm not a kid, I'm 31. But since you want to lead with bad intentions, I'll just ban you. So, and yes, he did. Trump ripped out up Obama's deal. You know why? Because the Iran, you know what? Iran violated the peace treaty. That's what happens when you violate the peace treaty. You get fucked in the ass. Yeah, no shit. Iran claimed that they had enriched uranium. The AIEA said they had enriched uranium past what the treaty was allotted for. Yeah, so they got bombed. They got fucked. Yeah, that's what happens. Anybody else? You don't know shit. Sounds to me like you're banned. Bye. Does anyone have any actual arguments here? The goal is to keep them from getting nukes, but we haven't gotten that agreement. Yeah, and I don't know why Trump isn't bombing the fuck out of them again. That's what should be happening. That doesn't mean that we're losing the war. That doesn't mean anything. It just means that we have a president that's being jerked around by the United States Congress. That's what it means. Because we can't afford to? I don't think that's it at all. How do you come to that conclusion? Where are you getting this information from? Because we can't afford to? What, we can't afford to bomb another country? I doubt that. Where is this information coming from? Unfortunately, the only way out is Trump going to have to sign a deal and they give up the deal where Iran... Well, then keep bombing them. We have nukes, nuke them. Talk to Israel about nuking them. Problem solved. They can't continue to terrorize the Middle East. What about would have Kamala done? No president has been good for the U.S. since the 60s. He knows how much it costs. We've been going through war stockpiles way faster than we can replace it. But you act like we're the only country that was bombing Iran. Israel is also bombing Iran. The UAE has also been bombing Iran. I don't... This argument is completely flawed. It's stupid. It makes no sense. You have no actual information. There is nothing that backs this argument. I don't even know where the hell it went. Why should America dictate which countries can defend and arm themselves? When does it end? It ends when a bunch of people that have been destabilizing the Middle East with a bunch of terroristic proxies, that have been screaming death to America and Western culture are all bombed into pieces. Yeah, that's when it ends. Whenever the IRGC fall to their knees with an unconditional surrender. Force them to submit like we did to Japan. That's what you do. You want to use nukes, my friend, you are completely lost in space. How so? History proves me right. When you've got a bunch of radicals that are willing to die, that dubbed the term kamikaze pilot, that would die for their emperor, and you nuke them, and all they can see is their shadows and the friends they once knew vaporized. We would have kept dropping those nukes too if they hadn't surrendered. They surrendered though, didn't they? So it works. I thought Israel was terrorizing the Middle East. Okay, so you don't care. You don't care about facts and logic. Proxy terrorism has been terrorizing the Middle East for 40 years, 50 years, 60 years, however long you want. W30 Joules by Lispolina? Nice solution, the mostly Really? So what about the 45,000 people that were genocided because they protested their Iranian government? What about those people? What about the 45K that were lined up in body bags on the side of a road in Iran after they went through the entire country and fucking purged it? Don't talk to me about morality, motherfucker. You're dense. Go find somewhere else to go. Go. Get out of here. You're a retard. Have fun. Oh, but the morality of a genocide, bitch, they killing their own people to stay in power. Shut the fuck up. You don't even know what the fuck you're talking about. Have fun in hell. Get out of here, bitch. Yeah, he's absolutely ignorant. He's obviously fucking ignorant on purpose. They aren't submitting. You need to open up your info streams. You can't assume your enemy will submit just because you bombed them. Then you nuke them. That's what you do. We dropped 2 nukes on Japan, and guess what those fuckers did? They kneeled. We were going to drop a 3rd one on them. You keep vaporizing until there's nothing left. You don't want to submit? Force them into submission. That's what war is. They either submit and surrender, or they get completely annihilated off the face of the earth. That's what war is. What are we going to do with him? Actually, I am going to feed chat. I'm going to feed chat. Here, I'll feed chat. I'm tired of these idiotic arguments that have no actual gravity to any kind of anything other than false statements and unreasonable, like, nonsense. That's what it is. It's not even within the realm of reality. Oh, well, they're not going to submit. We just don't have enough money to keep bombing them. The entire concept behind that is just so flawed. It's just weird, bro. You're weird. That's not the only time I've heard that either. Well, if you use nukes, then others will use the nukes. Okay, then we'll just use the nukes on them. America has the most nukes. We'll just nuke everything. Who cares? I mean, if they're going to nuke us, then we're going to nuke them. They're going to do it anyway. Iran is going to use nukes to terrorize the world. What do you think the fuck is going to... Why do you think they took the Strait of Hormuz? They were always going to take the Strait of Hormuz. You know why? Because they're a bunch of fucking terrorists. They were going to take the Strait of Hormuz and use the nukes in order to maintain the Strait of Hormuz and drive up gas prices all over the world. They were going to terrorize the world just like they terrorized their own society by killing 45,000 people. These people are terrorists, man. They're terrorists. Why do you think they took the Strait? They were always going to take the Strait. They were going to make nukes and hold the Strait of Hormuz so that way they could be like, oh, well, now that we've got the Strait of Hormuz and nukes, go fuck yourself. Nah, bro. Nah. Bye-bye. Hi. Bye-bye. Bye-bye. Yeah, nothing on pedophiles because you can't pronounce simple words. I'm not doing it. I'm not doing it today. See you, bitch. Just for spewing non-American propaganda. Too bad it's less than 15. Got nuked from this channel. Yeah, he just got nuked from the channel.
This funding has been
If you're new here, sub to the channel, hit like on the stream. I'm here every single day, 8 a.m. to 11:30 a.m. Central Time. I was covering this shit before Legacy was. Okay? Don't sit here and try to fucking psyop and do some weird mental gymnastic. No, you're retarded. Iran has completely been decimated by America. They're getting their asses handed to them. They have no actual defense. Their army is dog shit. I'm sorry, dude, but like, whenever I see something like this, who's really winning this war? Who's winning this war? You look at this and tell me who the fuck's winning this war. Oh, look at the IRGC members. Look at them down there. Oh, look at them. They're so aggro. Oh, they're just so cute. Look at them throwing their little arrows at the spaceships. Oh, they're just cute. Oh. Look at them. Get the fuck out of here. Don't know what the fuck you're talking about. Bunch of brain dead lobotomites. Get the fuck out of here. Shit. Have a third one at the time. We did. Look up the Demon Core. You really want to sit there and try to correct me, motherfucker? We dropped 2 nukes on them and the Demon Corps was in the 3rd. The Demon Corps, which has also killed other people. Do you design anything? Do you build anything? I'm just gonna ban you. I just don't want to deal with your bullshit today, bro. I just don't want to deal with it. The Demon Corps was in the 3rd one. Yeah, there's so many terrorist supporters in chat today, guys. Disgusting. What the fuck's going on? Ew. Oh, this is an hour. I'm not watching that. Let's see, what else do we have here? Do we have anything like new? Let's see.
Is President Trump signaling that a deal with Iran could be right around the corner as the White House continues to push for diplomacy with Tehran?
Chief Foreign Correspondent Trey Yinks is live in Tel Aviv with the details. Hey, Trey.
I mean, are they?
Yeah, hey guys, good morning.
Probably not. 9 times out of 10, it's some kind of propaganda pushing robot that's just trying to change the narrative in the chat, and it never works because I just banned them, as I just don't have the patience for it. If you come into this chat and you're like, oh well, Iran's winning, I'm just gonna ban you as if you said that the Earth was flat, because your arguments are flaccid. They're useless. No one cares about them.
A deal with Iran could be reached as early as this weekend. The president spoke from the Oval Office on Wednesday about the negotiations with the Islamic Republic of Iran, saying the United States has a very powerful deal they are negotiating. He added that the Obama deal was a disgrace.
Something tells me you might be biased. I don't give a fuck about Israel. Fuck Israel. Fuck Benjamin Netanyahu. Motherfucker, I'm an American. You know how long these terrorists have been killing our American soldiers and citizens in the Middle East? For decades. Decades they've been killing Americans. I don't fucking care about Benjamin Netanyahu. Fuck your religion. Fuck your country. I don't care. I'm an American. Americans have been getting killed. They scream death to America and Western culture and want to make nukes? Fuck them. Nuke them into the ground. Give them their nukes.
The negotiation itself has gone very well, actually.
Try to spin the narrative in another way. Maybe it'll work next time, but it's not going to work here, guy.
Who knows? But if it happens, it could happen like over the weekend. If we can get something down in writing which will accomplish the same thing without killing everybody, I'd like to do that. Most of my people, I think, would like to do that. In theory, they're pretty close to signing a paper. We've actually gotten along with them very well.
If we weren't over there...
Yesterday, the House of Representatives voted to...
They were killing American soldiers and American citizens for the past 20 years, guy. Actually longer than that. How stupid are you? If we weren't over there, there'd be none of us to kill. Give me an example in the year 2023 of Iran using proxy terrorism in order to kill Americans and American soldiers.
According to U.S. Embassy and Consulates in China, November 2022, an IRGC captain orchestrated the killing of an American citizen in Baghdad. March 2023.
Wasn't even this year. Give me an example in the year 2024 of IRGC using proxy terrorism to kill Americans and American soldiers.
In 2024, a key example of the IRGC using proxy terrorism involved a drone attack on January 28th on the Tower 22 military base in Jordan. This attack resulted in the deaths of 3 U.S. Army service members and injuries to over 40.
I'm using these years as an example because the thing is, this was after we left Afghanistan and Iraq. And they were still attacking citizens and soldiers. Your narratives have fallen apart. You're retarded. Find new ones. It doesn't work. It won't work here. It won't work. Yeah, this has been going on for like 50 years. Except the fact that the 47th president is tired of your shit that's been going on for 47 years. How about that? How about that? Is that really how you get your information? Whoa, AI is the most mainstream. LOL. It's not made up, dipshit. AI takes information from all over the internet. Actually, why don't you just Google it? Just Google what the AI brings up. Just Google it. Oh, but it's AI. Okay, well then Google the incident, dumbass. Just Google the incident. But you're not going to do that because you don't want to. You just want to sit here and push your bullshit narrative. You're not going to sit here and Google the actual incident to actually fact check it because you don't care. That's what you want. No, it's just that the most people in the world know that you are the ones who attacked it first. That's how it is to attack everyone, and then you will be attacked in return. I just showed you an example of Iran using proxy terrorism to kill Americans and American citizens. You know, a wise man once said,
there was a guy who didn't believe we went to the moon. So I said, what kind of evidence would convince you? He said, images of the landing site of the Apollo missions. So I said, okay, here's a website where we sent an orbiter to the moon so that it was close enough, because ground-based telescopes, they don't have the resolution to see the landing sites. But if you get close enough to the moon, you can. It photographed the entire surface of the moon, and there were the landing sites, and you saw the rover tracks and the base for the lunar module, and that night he went home and found it. Then he came back and says, well, NASA could have faked that. Well, I'm done with you. We have no more to talk about, because he's not ready to be convinced.
If you resist,
you're not here to be convinced. You're here to push a narrative that I've already proven was false. So goodbye. Have fun. Bye-bye now. Bye-bye now. Have fun. Bye-bye.
lawful orders.
Loser. Go push your narrative somewhere else. Maybe somebody else might possibly believe you, but I don't. I don't for a second. Because you're stupid and you don't care. You don't care about America. You don't care about anything other than trying to push a terrorist agenda.
To pass the War Powers Act resolution that symbolically aims to restrict President Trump from taking additional military action against Iran.
That's fine. He can just talk to Benjamin Netanyahu and have them bomb the fuck out of Iran. If y'all think for a second that Iran won't be willing to nuke, that Israel won't be willing to nuke Iran because they're tired of ICBMs hitting their cities, you guys got another thing coming. I've said that from the start. If you force America to leave after 60 days, I guarantee you Israel will be nuking them in a month.
As lawmakers were voting, a productive round of negotiations was taking place between Israel and Lebanon, mediated by the United States. A joint statement was released after that.
If America leaves the Middle East with Iran in the weakened state that it's in, Israel will continue to bomb and mop up all the terrorists. And Benjamin Netanyahu will be like, nope. And I don't blame him one bit. I'm sure he's tired of having his citizens being blown up by ICBMs because of a bunch of fucking schizo terrorists all over the Middle East that are being backed by Iran.
Saying, quote, Israel and Lebanon reaffirmed that they have no hostile intent toward one another.
And if y'all think for a second that America leaving the Middle East is going to be a good thing, I hope y'all enjoy the cheap gas prices while they're there. Because what do y'all think is going to happen the second that America leaves that Strait of Hormuz? The terrorists are going to take it over, and the gas prices are going to skyrocket. Watch.
Committed to continuing direct negotiations to build confidence, resolve all outstanding issues, and work toward a comprehensive agreement between the two countries.
Together, we are determined to ensure this. We sincerely hope it will be implemented immediately and quickly. There may be some ups and downs, but we are determined.
I don't know. You see, fine. Just weird.
along
That's
with
all, just
Lebanon,
weird.
to implement this ceasefire.
The ceasefire between Israel and Lebanon is contingent on Hezbollah not firing at Israel, something that certainly is not certain. Guys?
Wow. All right, Trey, we'll get back to you a little bit later on more of the developments because Lebanon's not the problem. It's Hezbollah. So right. Lebanon's not going to be bombing. It would be nice for them back out, but the problem is going to be Hezbollah, and they're going to start rocketing in the north. Yep. And Bibi has no choice but to rocket back.
Ainsley, tell us about this immigrant to our country
Right.
that's a businessman, but he's funding terror.
Yeah, I mean, he's very wealthy. He's a California tech exec. His name is Yamshid Gomi. He was arrested. He was federally charged for running a massive decades-long scheme to illegally sell U.S. computer equipment to Iran's military and nuclear programs. He's a dual U.S. Iranian citizen. He's living in this $35 million
Look at that.
mansion in Orange County. And from 2017 to 2023, his company allegedly sold critical components directly to the Atomic Energy Organization of Iran.
Bill Aseli, which is the U.S. attorney for the area, he says Gomi is accused of abiding our declared enemies. Aiding our declared enemies by selling the United States origin computer networking parts to Iran and earning millions of dollars in violation of the United States sanctions law. Our nation's law prohibiting doing business with one of the world's largest state sponsors, it is the largest, of terrorism, must be enforced and obeyed. We will hold him accountable by seeking an appropriate prison sentence and by seizing his assets, including $35 million Newport Beach.
Ooh, yes, sir. That belongs to the United States government now, bitch. Yeet and delete.
His Newport Beach mansion.
Mm-hmm.
This is not the only country as
yes,
well.
sir.
The Chinese have their allies here as well. We got to shut all these places down. And we got to get proper vetting. I mean, who vetted this person? You could have found it in his background, his ties there. And
That's right. It's coming to an end, big dog. What is this?
As we were just mentioning, right now, Secretary of State Marco Rubio on Capitol Hill taking questions for the second day in a row. Let's watch just a bit of this.
I do think you're starting to see the alignment, but those are long-term projects. I can't exactly tell you how long it takes to build these pipelines. It's not my area of expertise, but I certainly know it takes more than a month or even a year. The second, I think you're going to see that the existing global capacity is going to shift. For example, there are now markets that are increasingly seeking to buy U.S. energy, which we can supply and which we can provide. Historically, it hasn't made any sense for them because they could get it faster from the Straits. But given what's happened, you're seeing increasing interest. And in fact, I think you'll start to see some real-time deliveries from U.S. refiners and producers to the Pacific region. That's beginning to happen, and the Canadians are stepping into that world as well.
Let me switch to a different issue. Last month, I led a bipartisan letter to you urging the department to release the $600 million appropriated in fiscal years 25 and 26 for Gavi, the Vaccine Alliance. And I would ask unanimous consent that that letter, which many members of this subcommittee signed, be entered into the record.
Without objection.
This is the Senator
There
Susan
he
Collins
is. I
from
found
Maine.
him.
She is running.
I found him. There we go. Where's loaf? Bread loaf. You're literally mentally disabled. Let's see. There are other places to get gas other than the Middle East. Gas is expensive now, moron. Who the fuck cares about if Israel and Iran are fighting? We shouldn't be there. So do you agree with the fact that Iran has been using proxy terrorism to kill Americans over the past 47 years. Yes or no? Do you agree with that fact? Bread loaf. I give you if you answer anything other than a yes or a no, it's an immediate permaban. By the way, so answer the question. Yeah, sure. Okay. So then why shouldn't we be there if they're killing American citizens and soldiers? If I go there as an American citizen, not as a soldier, and I have to fear being drone bombed by a proxy terrorist organization backed by Iran, we gonna pick this apart. You want your influential narrative. Here's your narrative. Why wouldn't we go there and bomb the fuck out of them? If they're killing citizens, American citizens that are targeted, by the way, why wouldn't we be there? Unless, don't go there. Don't go there. And there's the narrative. Why? Because they're white or because they're American? Because of their race or because of their ethnicity? Which one is it? So what if you don't even go to Iran? What if you go to a country around Iran? And now because the proxy terrorism hasn't been handled, it's reaching even further and further, like what happened in New York whenever we bombed Iran, where there were these two imbeciles that were throwing hand grenades at police officers. Or what about the Hail Holla hoodie that went, the guy that was wearing the Hail Holla Allah hoodie that shot up the Austin nightclub? Or what about the guy that ran his truck into the school the second that we bombed Iran? What about that? What about the fact that they all happened in the same day, the day after that we bombed a bunch of terrorists? So I guess the argument from that is that we shouldn't bomb a bunch of terrorists that are obviously infecting the rest of the world, right? If you want to live like a coward, be my guest. But I'd rather live like an American and die like an American than to be some fucking kneeling dog for a bunch of schizo terrorists that will easily take your family, kill you, and put your child into child soldier. The minimum age, the age in which they are taking children is 12. They are killing the families, taking their families, and forcing them to fight, so that way they can sit there and cry whenever those kids get bombed. Take your ass somewhere else.
Against Grand Platte.
Take your cowardice and hike it up the road.
Who's had a pretty busy week and has been on the Hill trying to keep everybody in line, I guess you could say, with his run for Senate in Maine. So he seems to be succeeding in that so far, despite the fact that he's had a pretty rough, scandalous week. So with that, let's bring in the former Speaker of the House, Newt Gingrich, a Fox News contributor. Newt, it's always good to see you.
An American
thank you very
dog.
much for joining us. I want to ask you a little bit about what the Secretary of State was talking about there. Very good at that conclusion. What brings you to that determination?
That he has probably the largest coalition ever put together in the region. And so he's operating as a coalition leader. In addition, I think that the pressure they're beginning to build with things like the blockade, which are having a tremendous effect on cutting down the Iranian economy, gives him a position of power. I just think that the long-term pattern is likely.
Britain will be great again. I see the support that's going on with Rupert Lowe, and I see the support that's going on with Henry Nowick, and you guys will be all right. It seems to me like a lot of y'all citizens are getting tired of this bullshit, and Britain will be even more amazing than what it was before they forced this mass immigration influx of fucking colonization onto our civilizations. Do you hear me, third worlders? we will be great again, whether y'all like it or not. So keep pushing your fucking narratives, and we'll keep obliterating y'all in the polls. Keep trying to kill us Americans, and we'll keep voting you out.
To lead to not just a victory for America.
And that goes for everybody in Western culture. The more of you they kill, the more of you should show up to the vote. Vote them out. Push them out.
But a victory for everybody in the region who is afraid of a nuclear-armed, religiously inspired Iranian dictatorship. And in that sense, I thought that it was worth saying that what Trump's trying to do, particularly when you remember that the danger is that the Iranians who are religiously motivated, very fanatic.
By the way, if you're new here, sub to the channel, hit like on the stream. I'm here every single day. I'm live every day at the same time. And join the Discord. We do have a Discord. If you join the Discord, you'll get run into a lot of conversations there. Discord's being done by Sticks and Rachel, Sticks and Rachel. She usually is pretty good about uploading like super like breaking news and stuff from all over. So you guys will stay pretty much updated on everything.
Interest in getting missiles and nuclear weapons to take out New York or Boston or Washington or Chicago, that what the president's doing is historically necessary, and I'm pretty convinced he's going to succeed.
Yeah. So you have places like the Bahrain military outraged at the number of missiles that have been fired in their direction from Iran. There's 63 people that were wounded. They keep saying that they're only targeting U.S. bases in the region, and yet they hit an airport where civilians were injured. I would just ask every American to consider what that would feel like at the airport near you. If there were bombs dropping on it, missiles dropping on it from Iran, that's a very serious situation. With regard to the sort of push and pull that the president has to deal with right now, which is rising prices, rising oil prices, people seeing that the cost at the pump is difficult for them and for their families. You heard Secretary of State Rubio talking about alternative pipelines, people buying their gas and oil from the United States. That takes a long time, obviously. How do you see the president dealing with this part of the equation?
Well, look, I think the president has a pretty good instinct for when he has to deliver for the American people. And I think that if we see real progress, one, getting the country to understand that a nuclear-armed Iran, which chants death to America, is totally unacceptable. So every Democrat...
They would have used the nukes to take over the Strait of Hormuz. They were most likely already militarized in that area the way it's set up. They were going to take the Strait of Hormuz regardless. They were just trying to make the nukes so that way they could have the nukes to be like, you can't attack us or else we're going to bomb the world.
Who is opposed to what
that
we're
was
doing
always the goal.
Has to explain why they would rather be anti-Trump than save Chicago or Seattle or Los Angeles.
Exactly.
Two, the president's got to find a way to bring down the price of gasoline. It's not complicated. If the price of gasoline comes down by Labor Day, the president will be in very good shape. If the price of gasoline is too high, then the Republicans have a big problem.
Newt Gingrich, thank you very much. Good insight.
Thank you.
We'll see you soon. Thank you very much.
All right, we're going to roll over into a Midwest safety video. If you like the political side of it, we do it every morning, so please stick around. Like I said, sub to the channel, hit like on the stream, helps out with those views. Go comment on the videos, hype the videos. You can hype up to 3 times a day, three times a week. So please go hype the videos, helps out with the views, gets more people drawn in. Make sure y'all are liking and leaving comments on everything. Join the Discord. I'm here every day, so serial arsonist lights 12 fires in the woods. Let's see, what do we got? Let's do this one.
Just set another fire.
W Midwest Safety. Go check out Midwest Safety on YouTube. W Midwest Safety. That's a little bit of my expertise right here when it comes to fire. Oh boy, oh boy.
Multiple fires in a forest in Marion County, Florida.
Damn, look at that.
All over the area. Several officers, the fire department, and a helicopter unit are dispatched to the scene to stop the fires, to find the serial arsonist behind it all.
Our helicopter's up now. They're going to see who's doing this.
Is that him?
Hey, how many of you guys are in here right now? Air 1-4.
You see, what's kind of crazy is that technically the fire department shouldn't even be there right now because they don't know the situation of the scene. The scene's not technically safe. They're not going to risk first responding firefighters and paramedics if they don't have to. Typically, they wait for the police department to actually apprehend the guy. Because you don't know if the guy's got a gun or what.
Subject actively starting fires. Yes, we've got one person to the south of where firefighters are in the woods now, possibly near a tent. Don't know if he's a homeless individual or if this is the one that we're looking for, but there is a fire close to him.
Six active fires.
Hey, Air 1, where are the other fires at for MCFR?
They're all over the place between...
So what, this dude just woke up and decided he was going to start lighting fires all over the forest?
There's more fires now behind Walmart and on baseline. 26.
What the hell? Is it like multiple people, maybe?
I'm almost out.
I was gonna say, those water cans ain't gonna do shit. They're gonna have to roll in. They're either gonna have to start a counter fire to try and burn it out, or they're gonna have to roll in the actual, like, trucks.
I'm out.
Like the off-roaders and
Oh,
stuff.
just hit the big stuff. I can stomp out this little stuff.
6620, I got more fires starting a little bit further south of where all the rescue units are at.
So then somebody else is also lighting fires. 8, 9.
675.
Ooh, it's spread quick, man.
Just south of me. It looks like someone's running.
Oh, there's another one.
Try to at least get the flames.
Man, you sit there starting all these fires, they should just put you in jail and leave you in jail. Send you to a work camp. Make your ass work until you die. Like, that ain't no reason to let so, like, you going around behind a Walmart lighting all these fires. Bro, you need to go to jail. You need to stay your ass in jail. You don't need to come out. You don't need to be with civilization. This is insane. Yo, WGG's for 20. Jules, another 10 Jules for GG's WGG's.
Hey, what's
Fire
going on?
videos doesn't make you miss roll drop. I actually do sometimes. It was really stressful, but man, it was so fun. If anything, it makes me want to grab the nozzle. Like, I want to, like, I see the fire and I'm like, I just immediately have that, like, instinct to want to grab the nozzle and put it out. It's the weirdest thing in the world. I never, I don't think I'll ever quite get used to it. Oh. Oh, so this is the guy they think is doing it.
Sir, with me. I'm going to let you go so I can... Hey, what's going on? What's going on?
My name is William.
Okay, who's doing the fires?
I don't know.
Okay.
That's why I called for help, because that was...
I was gonna say, the fires are all around him, so, like, unless he wanted to die in the fires, I don't know if this guy could have set them. I don't know. Somebody is obviously setting them. But if more are popping up, then that means that there's somebody running around doing it. Come on, man, stomp that out.
All right.
Oh, so it's not just a me thing? Yo, W. Oh, how's it going, Patriotic Booger? Patriotic, oh, W, high fives from, for 100 Joules, Patriotic Booger. W, Patriotic Booger. I like that name. Got a nice ring to it.
He said keep going southbound until he stops.
He's about 100 yards ahead of you.
Those dogs weren't police dogs. Those dogs were domestic dogs. So they probably would have ended up attacking either the police or the firefighters.
Whoever's closest to your patrol vehicles, go back to your patrol
Oh, there's somebody there. Okay, so we finally got... So it wasn't the guys at the camp. Somebody else is setting the fires. Okay, so the guys at the camp, he's the one that called the police. I mean, honestly, if you see the guy, they should just be able to pick him off. I mean, let's be honest here. They should get like a... Well, I guess they can't really do that in case they're not the ones who did it. Oh, man.
Are we still heading in the right way?
He just lit another fire. That's the guy. That's the guy, right? Oh, 11. How's he setting these damn things? So he's got like a blowtorch or something? Well, how's he setting this shit so fast?
He's working his way south down towards up. Go 90 degrees left, 90 degrees.
Come on, get this guy, man. He's setting the damn forest on fire. Oh, there he goes again. He's setting another one. Yep. They should just be able to take the shot right there. Just end it. I mean, shit, the dude's trying to burn... Like, think about how much forest this is.
Just set another fire.
Man, that's a pretty forest.
Nice, dude.
Give me your flashlight.
See you around, Allison. Stay safe out there.
That direction. Best pace you can.
You think so? You think he's got he must have some kind of blow, like, the reason why I say blowtorch is probably because it's got something that spews like a fuel that off gases. That's probably what's catching this stuff so fast. That's the only thing I can think of. It's got to be some kind of like something that's spitting gas, like, has to be.
Big spider right here.
Keep going south. Keep going right.
At the light.
The real question is, what's going to happen when these officers confront him?
Top of him almost. How are we looking?
A little more to your left. Keep going. He's about 20 yards ahead of you.
That's got to be like the best job on the police force if you're just the guy that sits behind the camera and focuses it on the actual criminal to maintain sight.
I got visual. Let me see your ass!
Oh, there he goes. He's running. He's running.
You guys are right near him. I can't see you guys under the trees right now.
Got a runner.
Oh. Let me see your fucking hands!
Oh, he lost him for a second.
Hands right now! Down on the ground! Put your hands up right now!
Damn, that's kind of crazy that Midwest Safety's having to blur that as well. YouTube needs to get off its high horse, man. I can't believe that Midwest Safety is being forced to censor that too. That is crazy.
Shut up! Shut the
Yo, the cops are not having any of it.
Oh, I'm trying to go. Sit up. What do you got on you? I just have to sit down. Sit down. Sit down. I need to start. I don't have nothing. You got something? What you in these woods? I was just sitting here, chilling.
Oh, bullshit. What you doing in the woods surrounded by all this fire? Well, I was just sitting here after I ran from you. Man, bullshit.
Yeah.
Come on.
We'll talk about that more later. How's that? Stand up. Yeah. What you doing, man?
My girlfriend broke up. Found out I had 6 months to a year left.
You broke up with your girlfriend, so you're gonna go burn down the forest behind the Walmart. What the hell?
I live like a colon cancer. I knew I had colon cancer, but I didn't know I had it that bad.
Any lighters or anything on? No.
I got any? Did you have spiders on you? I didn't check yet.
Jason Satterley. 2 of the many fires he set grew to cover more than 6,000 square feet each before all of them were extinguished by officers and the fire department. He was later charged with malicious burning of land, culpable negligence exposure to harm, and failure to report himself as a sex offender.
Oh! Oh! Hell no!
Adjudicated guilty on all charges and was sentenced to 6 years, 8 months, and 21 days in prison with 4 months.
Fuck no, he needs to stay his ass in prison. Hell no, dude, keep him in there. We don't want him. Society does not want him. Put him in there, leave him there. Throw away the key. Break that bitch off in the lock and the tumbler, and then throw that key away.
17 days of jail credit.
No!
Back into the public in January.
You can have him, we don't want him.
He is 53 years old.
Think about the mindset
53.
behind this, because
He's 53 years old. He looks like a fucking teenager, dude. Out there lighting fires like a dude. What a piece of shit, man.
In January of 2031, when he is 53.
Think about how many resources that were used to put those fires out, dude. Like, oh my god. The amount of police officers and fire departments they had to take out of service to deal with that. Ah!
This, because sometimes when people feel like their life is collapsing, they stop trying to control the damage and start trying to spread it. Almost like if everything inside feels burnt down already, they want the outside world to match it. Wildfire smoke doesn't just disappear when the flames go out either. Wildfire smoke exposure has been linked to reduced lung function, heart problems, strokes, and long-term respiratory issues because of the fine particles left in the air. That's the thing about destructive decisions. Some people think they're only burning down one thing, when really they're leaving damage that hangs around long after they're gone.
Oh yeah, absolutely. Like, but these freaking clowns need to be put in jail. Like 6 years for almost burning down an entire forest. Nah, bro, he needs to go to jail for way longer than that. That should be like a mandatory minimum sentence of like 20 years in prison. Oh my gosh, the amount of people that could have been killed in that. Especially those campers, man. They, like, bro, what? All right, we rolling. We'll be back tomorrow, bright and early, same time, same place. Stay safe out there. Stay away from crazy people. Oh, let me get the music going. W stream, by the way, you guys are awesome. The internet decided to cooperate with me for once in like a blue moon. How about that? It typically does, but for whatever reason, the past like week has just been a nightmare. Between the power, not the power, it going out because of the storm and then not coming back on. It wasn't even the power, it's just the Xfinity. I don't even know, but we are gonna be back tomorrow, like I said, bright and early. Stick around, sub to the channel, hit like on the stream. Go hype up the videos, go leave comments on videos, leave comments on other people's comments, call them stupid if they're dumb, like their comments, like your own comments. Know what I'm saying? Every little bit helps get the videos, get a little bit more views. You can hype up to 3 times a week, so please go hype the videos. I think that's just about it. Stay safe out there. Enjoy the rest of y'all's day. Stay friendly. Stay away from crazy people. I don't want to have to pull you up and make fun of you and then ban you. Check out the Discord ran by Rachel and Sticks. Rachel and Sticks. Try to put a smile on someone's face. You might change their whole day or their whole life. You never know. And I will see you beautiful people tomorrow. W chat, W stream. You guys are awesome. Stay safe. Peace.
I don't ever slow up, no I don't take shit. I've got no love for the fakeness. If you wanna play tough and wanna hate this, I'll always show up and make a statement. I don't ever slow up, no I don't take shit. I've got no love for the fakeness. If you wanna play tough and wanna hate this, I'll always show up and make a statement. Gonna learn the consequence of being incompetent. Mental health is confidence.